that sound, guys? That sound nice and clear?
You see it? See it moving?
Mic sound good?
Did you add it though?
Just me. Hey guys, you guys hear me? Can I get a just put up anything? Put up any emote. I'd rather you put up one of mine. Because if you put up one of mine, it means that you're subscribed. I am one subscriber away from getting one more slot, and whoever that subscriber is, what's up, Danny? You don't have no healthy food because you came late. Hold on. I'm explaining something to the people. Yeah. So whoever that is, whether you give a gift subscription or whether you subscribe yourself, I am going to make a custom emote for you for that third slot.
Sure.
Just because you're the one who did it, so you'll get one for a whole month, just for you, whatever you want to do. Whoever's the one can subscribe or gift a subscription. It's really season of giving. That's gonna be fun. Hey, Shelly, big up yourself. Shauna Parker, big up yourself. 473 Kenneth, big up yourself. Fearless Africans, or Fearless Africana, big up yourself. Yours truly, big up yourself. Yes, that is a subscriber. Thank you. Who is that? Yours truly. Yours truly. All you gotta do is hit me on my IG, and you tell me what you want that emote to be, and J. Lou's gonna design it for you and host it on there, and you get to use it for the whole month. It's a great deal.
That sounds familiar.
It does sound vaguely familiar. Using that tactic, yes. Either great minds think alike, or imitation is one of the forms of flattery. Danny, you like that one, right? You like that one. I think it's time to turn on the cameras and go live.
Check
Yeah, let me check Danny's camera. It should be cool. Is the lid up this time, Danny?
Huh?
No, it's
It's not like.
It's not blocked.
It's not blocked. Let him fix his camera to his liking.
Yeah, Danny's gonna fix his lights because
His lights is the camera.
you know how light skinned niggas love lights.
You got a nice sweater. Both of y'all got nice sweaters.
We do. His sweater is not nicer than me.
Yeah, you got the church sweater.
Yeah, you definitely got the Deacon Sun sweater.
That's when you don't want to wear a full suit, so you just throw in a sweater. That's like the Wednesday night revival and shit. Yeah,
I never see. You know what? I've never seen Danny in a hoodie.
That's a fact.
I've never seen him in a hoodie.
I don't think he wants to be that guy.
Yeah, I'm not a hoodie guy, really.
Yeah, see.
I was growing up. I was trained not to wear hoodies.
That's him, ladies. Mr. Sweater.
You was trained not to wear it.
Man of your dreams.
Why?
It was the uniform of a different kind of kid.
A hoodie? You know, it's a uniform of a warm person to me.
I understand.
Yeah, you know, that's what it
Danny,
was.
how do you like your camera? Is it working for you right now?
I mean, it's fine. He's gonna just
Yeah.
he's gonna do what he do with it.
Okay. Just,
You know?
don't want nobody to mind why he's mine. He's fixing his camera.
Oh, good.
There it is.
You hear it? You hear it now?
Hello,
Okay.
Do you guys got sound now?
Yeah, they do.
hello.
That is you, Danny.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
If you put on the mic, the headphones on.
yeah.
Can you switch it to Danny's and our scene? And then let's check the mics on that one. Looks like it's working.
It's
Look, right now.
This is
Oh,
this is
yeah,
no
yeah.
this
I know.
is for that. So when I go like this, you see that now?
Oh, look at that.
You see that?
I think,
Yes, we're good.
I think we're good. Are we good, guys? You guys hear us?
Yeah.
There you are. There you are. So I'm not gonna really take it too much off the scene, just so.
Those two are good.
Yeah.
You have something else?
No. As you see, guys, there is an entire new layout. So, with the new layout design is going to come maybe some technical glitches at first because we gotta get the sound into the new profile and this, that, and the next. But I do it for you guys because I always want you guys to see something fresh and nice and clean every time you come here. Kevin, thank you very much for getting the sound all sorted out. You guys, I'm hoping, I know he did. I'm asking you, Danny. I'm hoping that when I sent out the notes today.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you read it. I know that, Danny. You're very on top of the reading thing. Kev, did you by any chance get to peruse the show notes for the
Yeah.
day? I'm just curious.
We already went through this, man. I don't like reading. Matter of fact, y'all saw the All-Star game?
No, I didn't see it.
Did you? Okay, so after the All-Star game, shout out to Team LeBron. They won yesterday. after the All-Star game, they had like a mini, documentary about inside the NBA. And they said what made the show so dope was the chemistry that happened during the show. That things would happen off script. They say that lightning in a bottle synergy that the cast had with things that just happened. Especially when Shaq, was introduced to the show. After the show was already the #1 show for 10 years, it was always the improv and the unscripted stuff. So, that just reminded me of myself. I don't like being too prepared to talk about my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You ask me a question, I would just rather just talk off the head and just, let it flow instead of having something prepared or, finding the best thing to say. I just like being me. Like if it was a regular conversation. So that's how I am.
I mean, I didn't send you a script. Send you some notes, but it's okay. I understand. You just like to hear them and go with it. And that's good. That's what works.
They say the sound is low.
The sound is low? You want to, can we turn it up over there?
We can. I hate it. Fuck.
Yeah, just show Danny which one it is.
The first three?
No, it's
the
not.
feedback.
It's not.
But there is some. Hey, Shireen B. Thank you, Shireen B, for making me look this handsome. I need a whole team to look like this. And Shireen B did my hair the other day. And I had a tiny little head, tiny little hands, all in my hair, and I love it. Shireen B, thank you. Big up yourself, Shireen. Who else is in here? Bob the Builder, big up yourself. Swifty, hey, big up yourself. Week of the Fat is inside the fat. What's going on? Big up yourself.
What the
Week
fuck?
of the Fat.
Fuck, bro.
We sound like we on speakerphone. We sound like we on Cricket Mobile right now.
I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to make us fix the sound, but
Okay.
sound like we on speakerphone. No, that's supposed to help us decipher. Let me listen to the shit
Yeah,
myself.
we need to know how low it is. Like on a scale.
Let me just listen to it myself.
Yeah, on
fucking
a scale of 1 to 10.
Audio
how low is the
experts
sound?
on the chat.
Sugar Bang Bang. Big up yourself. It was Sugar Bang Bang's birthday yesterday, so wish her happy birthday.
It's not that bad.
Um,
It's not bad.
it's not bad.
No.
Okay, well, I don't know. Some, we sound like we're on Cricket Wireless. Do I sound like I'm on Cricket Wireless, guys?
No.
Swifty, is that a yes? It is. Yes, I do.
No.
Yes,
No, we don't.
yes, Jason. Swifty.
No, we don't.
I don't know. Danny, can you talk for a second? That's
My mouth is full.
Don't pause. First of all, man, let's see mouth is cool. Is that how you would say it?
I would say if you can assume my mouth is
I
full
know.
of something crazy.
I just, I don't want to leave it open for interpretation. I do it for you because, like you said, someone screenshot it, and all of a sudden there's like a remix of you with music and everything. It's like, my mouth full. My, you don't want that. It sounds better now. So, 473 Kenneth 473 says it sounds better. Does everybody agree? It does. Everybody sounds good. This everybody sounds good. I don't know what you did, Kenneth. Whatever it is, it seemed to have worked.
We didn't really do much. I don't know what the stupid
Using digital, you have to call the people, they have to send the top ups, and apparently you're good now. That's what happened when you run out of top ups.
What's the top up?
You don't know what a top up is? And Because you've never had to jump off from the islands apparently. Top up is basically minutes and stuff that you put on the phone. So I assumed you never sent the barrel either.
My grandmother does.
Okay, but you've never done it yourself. Okay, stay away. Don't get you an island jumper. Don't ever do that. You gotta go and see if corned beef is on sale and all this kind of shit, because that's a staple for a barrel of corned beef. God help you if you send somebody a corned beef without the key. Shereen B, yeah, she has to go top up her mom's phone. Yeah, it's fine. You sound okay. This is the part where we're improvise.
I'm watching the leave.
Wave is good. It needs to be a little yellow, but it's fine.
Unless y'all
You just gotta speak a lot louder.
not talking into the mic.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
This is what we can do.
No, it can be louder.
It can be louder.
Yeah.
Are you gonna turn it up louder now?
I don't know what the fuck happened, man.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on here. What's going on?
Testing. No. Turn it up again.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, the food. We're all eating the same food, Shelly Alley. It's some salmon. It looks like it's crusted with peppers and all types of shit. Some quinoa. Or some green beans. Never been a fan of green beans. It's fine. Okay, you guys gotta tell us, is it any better now? Said it sounds good. We just gotta really talk to the mic. Speaking about, All-Star Game and that, are you a Brooklyn Nets fan?
Am I a fan?
Yeah.
No, you know that.
Nets fan?
Yeah.
You live in Brooklyn.
What does that mean?
I mean, you now got Blake Griffin as well.
I'm
You're
not.
looking at the championship right now.
Yeah, but I'm not somebody who could just choose a team and say I'm a fan by choosing. I'm not emotionally connected to any other team. When the Knicks lose, it would mess my day up. That's how I know I'm a fan.
Does it still mess your day up today?
I mean, I don't really watch the Knicks
They
because
broke your heart.
they broke every Knicks fan heart. Every Knicks fan has had a broken heart.
They broke mine.
That's literally what it means to be a Knicks fan. It means you are broken hearted. I could watch a Nets game. I could even watch a Nets championship, and they could lose, and it would not affect me in the least bit. I watch the playoffs. I watch the championship for the love of the game, but when it's not my team, I'm not emotionally connected, and I cannot choose just because we got a good team to say, okay, I am now a fan of the Brooklyn Nets because it's the easy thing to do. So no, I'm not a fan.
I don't know about you, but I'm bandwagoning the shit out of these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Get me a Nets jersey. Get me a Nets license plate.
I have a Nets jersey. I have a Kevin Durant jersey.
Blake Griffin jersey. I'm not even a Blake fan. Fuck it. I'm gonna ride this bandwagon out. It's Brooklyn. We got a team. Why not? We ain't gonna be out there. They got a parade. They win the championship.
They keep saying we sound far away. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the sound. But blame this guy.
I didn't mess with the sound. I just did the graphics.
You messed with the whole thing. You didn't check the sound. We had to do the sound.
That sound was on.
I can barely
Yeah,
hear.
everything was
Let me see something because they're saying they could barely hear. I can hear the shit.
I can hear it. I just played it back and I can hear it. So I'm not too sure.
Are we extremely loud? And we're not as loud as we are before? Is that what's going on?
I guess your volume just has to be all the way up.
I don't know. Let me see something.
At the end of the day, I just wanted to know. That's really the goal. It just said we sound far.
I'm suspecting maybe it's the computer that's picking up. They're not getting the mic. They're actually getting.
That level looks a little higher than this one.
I know what's going on.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's see if we figure it out.
You should check this. For whatever reason.
Danny, how are you enjoying your food?
It's fantastic.
Oh, it actually really is.
And it is.
I was telling them earlier how fucking clean it feels. It's the healthiest thing I've had all week.
Okay, here we now we good.
Oh, that's mad loud.
I see.
That's crazy loud.
Okay.
I feel like I'm screaming at you guys.
Now.
Okay. Yeah, that's really loud, but
Okay. That's it then. Talk now?
yes.
You good now?
Okay.
You have to keep talking, Jay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was taking a bite. You know, when my mouth was full. See? I did it. Cool. You got it all sorted out? So at the end of the day, it wasn't my fault.
It was.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was. But we're not gonna go into it.
Okay. So everything sounds a lot better now, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Great. So let's start the show. So I sent you, like I started talking about the questions. I sent you guys the questions. Today is Ask J. Lewis. When you guys send me in your questions, you guys can still send me questions if you want to. Just go to my story and Instagram. The names are just right there. Look on the bottom of the screen in this brand new layout I just made. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, you can either put it in the chat, make sure you highlight it so I see it, or you can go to my story and post it there. I'll also look periodically through the show and to see if we have any new questions. But without further ado, I'm just going to ask the questions that I have on here now. So the first question, if you get into a new relationship, should there be a grace period of time to get rid of fuck buddies, or should you just stop cold turkey? Now, I think realistically, there should realistically be some time frame where you know this person's still got to call, they've got to go and get that last fuck from somebody, they've got to do all that stuff, because if any of those come up during the course of the relationship, the excuse is always going to be, well, it was in the beginning. So, which is true. So you got to kind of like get it out the way anyway, because that's the only excuse that's going to be valid. It's my opinion. Danny?
This opinion is brought to you by Fanta. No, I definitely think that I definitely agree that there should be a grace period. I always find it interesting how often women think that because from the first date you're supposed to be 100% single and only dating them. You're in a relationship while they're dating. They're figuring you out, but you have to be, everything 100% from day one. I disagree with that bullshit. There's it's unfair for you to force a guy to go cold turkey.
You gotta get that last fuck.
I mean, that I don't share that perspective. I think that I should be able to make that decision on my own. I think that we all, excuse me, the food is still processing, but we all reach a point where you realize you don't need nobody else, and I think that that should happen naturally. I don't need your assistance in forcing me to reach that point, because then that point didn't really get reached because of me. You gave me an ultimatum, or you forced me, and I don't think that's the best way to go about it. If a guy's interested in you, he's going to do what he needs to do because he's interested in you. He shouldn't have to do it because you want him to do it, and it's unrealistic to expect him to do it from the first day or the first date or the first week or the first month. You know, it's going to be on his time when he's ready.
Kev.
Okay, so I'm just gonna disagree with you guys.
Okay.
Based on conversations we've had, Danny, that question, that answer you answered was a dating question. His question was at the beginning of the relationship,
Which is true. Yes.
So
To me, the beginning of the relationship is dating.
no,
I guess it's how you see it.
no. If I say we're dating, we are not in a relationship. We're dating. If we decide that we are now in a relationship, whenever we decide that, that's when.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
Right. So
If that's the criteria you're going to use, absolutely.
I would think that's what the person is saying. I would assume.
And
Well, are
that
you
kind
saying-
of leads to what we were talking about before, how we know a relationship is a relationship and dating is dating.
Of course.
But often women think dating is a relationship.
But I don't think Danny would get in that situation if he wasn't dating. Is that why you answered it that way?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to me, it's obvious. If you're in a relationship,
I mean,
to me, there's a difference. To me, there's a huge distinctive difference between dating and a relationship. And that issue has only come up for me while we're dating.
okay.
It's like, we're going to date and I need you to only date me as we see if this is going to grow into a relationship. I think that's retarded.
Yeah.
That's the only scenario that I could imagine this question would pertain to. Because if it's a relationship, yes.
I mean, but pertaining to the question,
Right.
should there be some sort of understanding if it was very hard? It's difficult to break up with somebody sometimes, and sometimes they pull that coming out the shower trick.
That's why you don't get into a relationship if you're not ready. That's like saying
Okay.
that's like saying you went on a new job at a bank and for the first 30 days you stole $100 just because you wasn't used to being around money. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready to be in that situation, don't put yourself in that situation. If you accept the responsibility to be in that situation, you got to own up to the fact when you do some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing some bullshit, you're doing some bullshit. I don't care if it's the first month. I don't care if it's 3 years in. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, ladies. You fucking with me, you got 1 week. So you better fuck that nigga next to a newspaper. You better have proof that it was a part. That's the day you did it. Because
So how does this scenario happen? We mean if they fucking with you, you got 1 week.
you fucking with me, you got 1 week. You got 1 week.
Giving me mixed
You got
signals.
1 week. You got 1 week to fire everybody. You got 1 week to fire everybody in
At
your
what
life.
point? What happened before the 1 week? What started the 1 week timeline?
1 week timeline. We had a
How did it start?
we had a conversation. All right. We are dating. However you see dating, we are taking each other. We are not just fuck buddies. We're gonna let's see where this can go. All right. But now when you get to that point. I know when I got to that point, you got to think, okay, I got to get rid of these hoes. I got to get rid of these hoes. I got to start deleting numbers out my phone. I got to do all this shit. All right? It's not going to happen in one day. It's not. Not for me anyway. It's gonna be a little time. I gotta call up Keisha. I gotta text Diane. I gotta do all this shit because if you don't let them know right away, they're gonna be still calling your phone. And when your girl go through your phone when you in the relationship and see that these things are still going on, it's gonna be a problem. But it's not gonna happen in one day. You're not gonna have a conversation the next day just stop everybody in your phone. It's not gonna happen. So you got 1 week. 1 week is enough time to tell everybody that I done moved on. Stop calling me.
So you have actual conversations where you say, "Hey, Mary, today we're in a relationship."
Hell yeah. Either that, if you don't do that, then you're in a relationship by default. That's what this person is around in this all of a sudden that's your girl. I try to have some kind of conversation to see where I'm, because I don't want to be a fuckboy dude still doing me and then not knowing that you want to be in a relationship. Because sometimes niggas are stupid and we don't realize that, you know, we in a relationship. We just think we dating someone.
No. It's not, and you think it's the guy that's stupid that didn't realize that he was in a relationship?
It could be anyone. I'm just saying niggas are stupid because I'm niggas. That's all. I'm just that's all. I'm just saying I've been in that situation.
I don't think you're stupid if you think you're in a relationship.
No, but I've been in a situation where it's kind of like I gotta question whether we're in a relationship or not. So I gotta you may be taking this a lot more seriously than I am. So at that point I'm going to have the conversation with you. If I don't, I'm a fuckboy.
Why do you think that?
Because if I don't have that conversation and I feel that that's what you're thinking and I don't try to resolve that issue and I just keep doing me, I'm a fuckboy. Because I could have had that conversation with you.
Not. No, you're not.
Why not?
Because she's an adult too.
Yeah, she is.
And it takes two to be in a situation.
I know, but I'm not responsible for her. I'm responsible for me.
Hold on. But if you didn't have the conversation, neither did she. So
Why is it your responsibility to know that she
you to blame? Especially if you have no intentions or on pursuing anything further. If you are content,
I could answer that because I'm responsible. What she does, if she has that conversation with me, great. I'm gonna have it because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that I cover that basis.
What's gonna trigger that conversation?
Just my common sense, really. You know,
you literally just said you're a fuckboy because for somebody else's feelings.
Right.
I would be a fuckboy if I had that common sense to understand that is where you want to take it.
What are the indicators? What are the indicators that she thinks that
you are definitely giving the girls a green light to give guys a fuckboy label because they are not mind readers.
Because they're horrible communicators, right?
Yes, that's. I think if you want something,
it's not about you. It's great if you have the conversation with me. That's on you. You're an adult and you can have the conversation with me if you want to. I'm saying I'm gonna have the conversation. That's a definite. We don't have to wait for me to have that conversation. I'm gonna do it. Whether or not you feel like it's time for you to do it or not, I'm gonna make that first move regardless. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna have that conversation. She could be a fuck girl too and not want to have that conversation with me. But if I know, the chick that you're around, when she feels like we might be in a relationship, so you got to understand that and have the conversation.
How do you know?
Listen to the way that she act around. Look at the way she act around you. Look at the way she's introduced you to.
I used to think that shit until I played myself by assuming that dumb shit. You know what I mean? I think that you're not.
Give me the example of what you're talking about.
I've encountered a lot of situationships or relationships or dating where the girl acted like if we were in a relationship and I was in a relationship and she wasn't. She was dating because I took the cues, and assumed that because she was doing XYZ, we was in a relationship.
Who had the conversation about are we in a relationship?
What do you mean?
Like when did you find out that she was just dating and then it wasn't, a relationship?
I found out the hard way. I mean, no, you're right. I didn't have the conversation. I assumed mutually. I made the mistake of not having the conversation.
What do you ever look back at that situation and think that you should have had the conversation?
That's why you said he made a mistake.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I'm so adamant about
and that is
clear distinction.
And that is exactly why I do it, because I don't want to make that mistake.
But he's not blaming
two different things.
He's not blaming her.
Right.
He's taking
I'm
ownership.
taking it on myself
which is what I'm saying. Yeah.
No,
that's not what you said.
What you're saying is what we're saying slightly two different things. There's a big pie of what happens, and you're talking about a small slither and applying it to the whole thing, right? You're saying that if I feel Mary Jane is under the impression that we're in a relationship, I'm going to have the conversation.
Yeah.
When I asked you for the metrics for that, when I asked you for the tangible proof that made you think that, or what triggered those thoughts in you, you haven't been able to give me a definitive answer. So, and to me,
I mean, I can give you a list of things that I would personally
what
feel.
I was asking for.
But
you said common sense.
But
and that's a tricky answer.
why I say common sense because
No, I
every
understand.
person is different. So the way you're
not common.
And
the
that's
way
why-
you're feeling, it's your common sense. Being around somebody, you develop common sense. That's what it is.
Common
No.
sense is very subjective to
Yes,
the
and
individual.
as you get
sadly,
to
we
know
assume
somebody,
that everybody.
as you get to know somebody, certain things about them become common sense. That's just the way everything works. As I get to look at this computer and use it, I may have not used Max
Don't
before.
compare the computer.
I'm just
don't compare
I'm
the
not
computer to a person.
I'm not comparing. I'm just giving an
The
example.
computer makes sense all the time, and the
Not
computer
to-
will be consistent.
not to everybody.
No. The computer will be consistent. You understand what I'm saying? Every time you do one thing, the computer is going to give you a result, and that result is going to be proportion to the trigger that you did with the computer. A person will not operate that way. You can call a girl a bitch at a certain time where the context will be acceptable, and there's another time where it'll be offensive. You understand what I'm saying? You can smack her, and depending on where you smack her and how you smack her and what's going on, it's going to be acceptable, and other times it's not going to be acceptable. Computers don't work like that. People work like that. And people would accept certain things from certain people and not accept those same things in the same context from different people. So, you can't say that. And to use the phrase common sense with topics like this leaves it so gray because
What is common sense to you, Danny?
Common sense is what somebody thinks other people should know.
Okay. Common sense is just what it sounds like. It's
I hear you.
common. It's something that
Yet you
most
just
people
said
should
people
know.
are different.
Yes.
You just said people are different.
People are different, and that's why you need to spend time.
How many times have you heard the
And-
phrase "common sense is not common"?
Danny, I'll give you an example.
Have you ever
right?
heard that phrase?
I'll give you an example, Danny. Right?
You can't answer that.
No, I'm going to give you an example. Right? You can just marinate on that. How many people know that you have not? How many people in this chat knows that you have not worn a hoodie before? I've never seen you with a hoodie. Not to say you never wore a hoodie before, but it's not common for you to do. How many people know that? I have to be around you in order to gain that common sense. That's the only way I would have known that information. That's what I'm talking about.
No, you're using it wrong, bro.
I'm using it like I'm using it. I mean, the way you use it, different, you can explain. But
no. Listen. You would say if it's 20 degrees outside, a person with common sense would know to put on a jacket. You understand? You wouldn't say, well, it's common sense that Danny doesn't have name a jacket you don't have, Danny.
Averex.
An Averix. You wouldn't say it's common sense that Danny doesn't own an Averix. That it just doesn't work like that. That's not something that would ever be common sense. That's just a fact about Daniel until it's not a fact. You know what I mean? You can't use common sense like that.
And for me, in my experience, common sense is a very dangerous term. You know what I mean? Because most people, it's very subjective. It's very subjective, and it causes problems. Common sense is an assumption.
it's not the same for everyone.
So then, how can it be common? Sir?
Because it's almost
definition,
it's almost like an
Something
opinion.
can't-
It's just like it's,
okay. Once you say that, we're on the same page.
Right,
We don't
but-
even realize
but-
it. Common sense is an opinion. Fine, I'm gonna go with that. Definitely, common sense is an opinion. Common sense is not fact.
because no, it's not fact, and I would never say it's fact. But
No, but people talk
to-
about common sense as
right,
if like,
but
duh, you stupid motherfucker, you should have known. Use your common sense.
For what I know, it's what I know. I look at as my own common sense, and my common sense is not
That
going to be the
explanation I
same.
can agree with,
Not my
because you
common
just made it
sense is
personal.
not going to be the same as somebody else's common sense. This is why this is information that I would know
So it's
that
not-
somebody else might know.
But I
my
don't understand
common
how- I
sense
don't
is
understand-
not the same as your common sense.
So
But then
it's
you,
not
but
common.
then this word,
It's not common.
you're
the
making
word-
this.
it's in
this
the
is
word
paradoxal.
itself.
No, sir.
not common.
Sir, it's common.
whether
Common sense.
Here it is. I will change it because then I think we're just gonna get in the big
Because
issue of what
common sense has a
is.
connotation to
It is. You should know. I'm not going to use the word common sense because, like I said, we all got different definitions of it. I'm sure if we ask people in here, people have their different definitions of common sense.
Common sense is
It's like an opinion. It's
No,
going to
it's
be
not.
different for
It's-
everyone.
It's not an opinion.
It is.
Common sense.
But when people talk, no, I agree with him about how common sense is an opinion, but people use it as if it's fact.
No.
People try to put common sense as if it's equal to facts. Like you should use your common sense. Like you should have known that 1 + 1 is 2. But when they're talking about common sense, whatever it is that they're talking about, it's not something that is obvious. It's just obvious to the person because they know the context that they're talking about.
I'm saying the literal, not the interpretation.
Let me hear from some of you in the chat. What do you think about it? Shelly Alley says common sense means that everyone should have that knowledge. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and that's why that term is dangerous, because typically people use that in a context of their own personal, subjective context of something that you should have known.
But then in that same breath, it's not as Kelly Baby pointed out, it's not common then.
That's the point.
This is my thing.
Common sense, by definition, isn't common.
It's like for me, common sense is like if you have a driver's license, you know you should stop for a red light. That's common sense. That's what this is.
Okay, so let's do this, Danny. Let's correct the words. I don't like using dangerous words, right? Because dangerous words take it takes up a lot of time to try to figure out what it means to everybody.
The language is used
let's
for that reason.
If you were telling the same story I just told, right? And do you understand what I was trying to say?
No, I do understand what you're trying to say.
That's
but
all.
once you threw that word common sense, you threw me off.
That's all I wanted to know, right?
Yeah.
So, how would you tell the same thing that I said using a different wording that would make sense?
Based on the observations I've made over
Correct.
time, I was able to make this conclusion. That's the way I talk.
Okay.
You know that, right?
So, would it be more accurate to say, based on the knowledge I have acquired over the time of this individual that I could or may not be dating, I need to have a conversation about where our relationship is at?
Right, absolutely.
You said could or may not be. It's either you are or you're not.
I just threw that in there, okay? I just threw that.
That does not make no sense.
I know, but it also wasn't serious.
But we talking about something serious.
I know, but it was a joke. That part. Okay.
I mean,
I know it's confusing because you make music and I make jokes. It's different. Sorry. Go ahead, Danny.
No, we've reached a consensus. We all agree now.
We all agree that is the correct way. So, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that I am saying things in a clear and concise manner. I like
common sense. The word common sense.
Common sense is dangerous. Don't use common sense.
Fuck shit up. That's a smoke.
So
bomb.
that's this fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Because my definition of it is definitely not yours, and it's definitely not Kevin's.
Yeah, and people use it in a way that's just really, really dangerous.
So is that something like is the correction that you just gave me? Is that something that you feel people need in the way they normally word things?
Absolutely. To me, like a person who speaks like that, it's common sense it's common sense, and then they go on explaining something that I didn't know, and there's no way I would have known without them fucking telling me. It's a red flag to me, and I know I can't date them anymore.
Okay.
Because to me, when you say common sense, there's a hidden low, you stupid fucker, you should have known this. That's typically the only time they use that inner phrase. Jason, is common sense to wear a condom if you don't want to get pregnant.
Is it?
Right. Okay. Some people would say it is common sense, and some people can argue legitimately that it's not.
Okay.
But the person who assumes that everybody should know becomes the asshole.
Should it just be a phrase that nobody should use?
Absolutely. I think
just get rid of it. Just throw the whole fucking thing away.
It's a phrase that confuses things. It's a phrase that has undertones of condescension and all types of fucked up shit.
I don't think you should use the word common sense for the sake of expressing an opinion or or the understanding of an opinion. That's when it's dangerous.
Right.
When I have an opinion and I say you should have common sense to understand my opinion, that's when it's dangerous.
Right.
But when it's actual common sense, you should apply it.
What's actual common sense?
If you put your hand on a hot pot, you're gonna get burned.
Yeah, exactly. That is common sense. And you cannot. But
my thoughts on a girl sucking my dick after I fucked her in the ass is not common sense.
No.
Wow.
No, it's not.
You understand what I'm saying?
That escalated quickly.
No, but I'm just saying. Do you see how is that fucking common sense, Daniel?
Exactly.
How would I supposed to know your thoughts are on that topic, Daniel?
How was I supposed to know I was supposed to lube up before I put it in the ass? I don't. This must be common sense.
So you see when you use those words trying to express your opinion about it becomes dangerous, and that's why we're like, That's not common sense.
Right. Right.
That's why we said you can't say that.
Got it.
Okay.
But yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and again, the reason why my initial hesitation is because one, a lot of people don't have a clear, concise conversation about where we both stand. You know what I mean? There's some people who want to know, what do you want from this interaction in advance? The day we met, are you looking for marriage, or are you just looking to have fun? And there's other people who just want to go with the flow.
With all fairness, right? Mm-hmm. You can't necessarily in all situations, in my opinion, have that conversation. Like I threw that in there, right? Have that conversation with, if a woman talks about kids and marriage on the first date,
Right?
I'm out.
Because you know what she wants, and you know you don't want to give it to her.
No,
Does
because
that
I don't know about that yet. I don't want to make that decision tonight.
So
I'm still trying to be.
right, and it's smart and fair and honest of you to not continue that, because that's not what you're ready for.
I disagree, Daniel, because he could want all those things. Doesn't mean he knows her enough to want it with her.
There's also a difference between knowing that you don't know what you want. I don't know if I want marriage. I know for sure I want to fuck you. I don't know if I want commitment from you. I don't know if I want a relationship from you. All I know right now is that I want to fuck you.
Yeah, but that has to
I
be.
don't want to hear about kids.
Listen,
I'm trying to fuck.
Daniel.
Yes, sir.
Would you guys all agree? I'm gonna go through this really step by step.
Okay.
Would you agree that the majority of the time, if a woman accepts an invitation for you to go on a date, she is willing in some time frame to have sex with you?
No.
She just
I used to think that, but I've learned a lot better. No.
She's just hungry.
There's a lot of girls, and I would say girls, and I would assume they're not women, but there's a lot of grown girls who wear women's clothes who would say
What's the difference?
they're immature.
One
idiots.
comes.
I can't think of anything positive.
One
to say.
comes
Women's
from
thing.
rainbows.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people out here that would go on a date with a guy just for the sake of going out on a date with no intentions, knowing that they're not fully attracted to him or whatever. And sadly, what happens is there's a lot of women who would never go on a date with a guy who they're not attracted to and assume that because they wouldn't do it, that all women are like that. I have personally I have friends and interacted with women who will go out on a date with a guy just to have fun.
Yeah.
Just to experience the date.
Just because
With
they want
no
to see a movie in 4D.
With no intention of finding out if he's worthy of fucking, they're not attracted to him, or whatever.
So let me flip it on you now, right?
Yes.
You just said there is women out there that will just go on a date without
For the sake of going for the date, yeah.
without even the intentions of having sex.
I don't have nothing to do Thursday. Sure, I'll go out to something for free.
Okay, so why is it wrong for a man just to go on a date without being?
I never said.
Nobody said
I never said that was wrong.
Hold on, let me.
I never said that was wrong.
Let me finish my thought for the people listening and watching this show.
Sorry.
Right? Why? And I'm putting it out there to ignite conversation. Right? I'm not being combative. I'm just pushing the shit forward. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the same way there's women or a woman that will go on a date for the sake of going on a date. If a man was doing the same thing and a woman said, I want to be married, I want to have kids, and he, Jason, in this case, says, I'm out.
I'm trying to talk about kids.
Right. I'm just here just to be here.
Trying to
No,
talk
but
about
he said
kids
he's
on your
not there just to be there.
face.
He's there to fuck.
That's what you said?
I'm trying to put kids on your face, not in your belly.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Check it,
But finish the
please.
scenario because my answer would apply to both.
So my thing is, it doesn't mean they're not compatible. It does not mean there could be a future there.
But Kevin.
Yes.
I agree that there could be. At this stage of my life, I don't like to talk about what could be's. I like to. The high probability is that they're not compatible. If a woman or a man is at a stage of their life where they want something serious, long-term, and monogamous, and they stated it in the beginning, that doesn't mean nobody with common sense is going to assume that they're talking about that person. That girl on the first date doesn't know you enough to make the decision that you should be the father of her children and the only dick she gets for the rest of her life. Or that you're able to protect and provide for her for the rest of her life.
I could be crazy.
What she is doing,
talking to me about kids.
typically, what she is doing, however, is stating, "I'm at a stage of my life as a woman where I'm looking for a man for this to be my last first date. And if you're not in that same space, let me know so that we don't waste each other's time." I think that that's fair for her to want or for him to want, and it's fair for the person who doesn't want that to run away.
Exactly.
I apologize, Bob the Builder, but that's not me making noise with the food.
Yeah,
It's not me.
I don't know how to eat quinoa.
I eat literally every day I'm on,
if
and
I
you
have
guys don't hear it, so it's definitely not me.
When I have kids, I'm going to tell them, if you are out and you just want to fuck, tell them that. 9 times out of 10, the person, based on how frequencies work, you're going to meet people who are interested in what you're interested in. And they can never call you a fuckboy because you was never full of shit.
First of all, Daniel, do you know it's a whole fact that if you just tell a chick you want to fuck, 9 times out of 10, you won't get the pussy because she want to fuck too.
Right. As long as you present the
don't want a
proposal
man,
in a way
she
that's
just wanna
not
fuck
disrespectful.
tonight.
Right.
I feel like we say this shit like every other episode, the same shit.
These are the things that happen.
I just feel we do.
It's just the things that happen in relationships. So you know what I'm saying? And that's a part of sex, and that's a part of life, dating or whatever.
Not relationship.
So those things are become common occurrences.
I like that. I like that. Oh, listen,
I'm working on it.
It's just that combination of common sense to me is something that's overused and has very.
I think that is one of the greatest tools a man should use if that's what you want. Just be real about it.
Listen.
And
there's a lot of girls who are willing to do it. There are a lot of girls who are willing to be a sister wife. There are a lot of girls who are willing to be in a throuple. There's a lot of girls willing to be in an open relationship. There's a lot of girls willing to eat some pussy.
What's a sister wife and a throuple for the people who may not know what it is? Talking for the people in the audience.
Asking for a friend.
A throuple is a 3-person relationship where typically, in the context that I've heard it, it's 2 guys and a girl.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's some that exists with 2 guys.
And what's a sister wife?
Okay.
A sister wife is like how Africans have more than one wife.
Okay.
Or the Mormons.
Okay.
And the wives know about each other and they get along.
Copy. All right. That was just to clear it up for the people in the what you call it. But what was the original question?
The original question.
Should you just cut off all of your friends with benefits once you enter a relationship?
And you said
the difference in our answers was because to me dating is a type of relationship, and I thought that's what he was talking about. But in a committed relationship, once you established that we're in a committed relationship, to me by that time that happened, I would have already gotten rid of them.
I was just about to say that. I think
I wouldn't have had to get rid of them after we agreed to being in a relationship.
I think if we take time to get to know each other, and I'm at that point where I'm asking you that we be exclusive. In my mind, we're already exclusive. In my life, I don't have feelings for everybody else. There's no decision making process. It's already done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming to you with, listen, you're it. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to be where I'm already at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times,
and that's a conversation that should be had.
Yeah, but a lot of times it's the guys that's supposed to do it. But
that's what I was talking about the other day when guys are the gatekeepers to relationships.
Of course. That's why when Jason said he'd be a fuckboy for not saying it, I'm like, you're not a fuckboy.
Right.
Because
that's you giving your consent.
Right.
That's how I would feel. If if I'm looking at this girl and it's like, yo, damn, I think she think I'm her man and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fucked up.
I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like a girl, a woman, you know, for whatever reason, you know, all people are different, and there are women that have multiple partners when they're dating. You know, that's fine, that's cool, whatever the case may be. You have a conversation, you know, and if You know, and I remember back in the days where you would tell a girl, you know, I want you to be my girl, and she said, you know, I'm not ready, you know, or I'm in a situation, or it's complicated.
We've been doing this shit since fucking elementary school. Sending a little piece of paper that said, "Do you like me? Yes, no."
I use color-coded cups at my game nights.
Yeah. We've been training for this all our lives.
Yeah.
So I really don't want you to get in the. I don't know if you're joking when you call yourself you would or say you would be a fuckboy.
I would feel, honestly, I'm telling you that honestly, I would feel if I'm sitting down there and I know, and I'm like, yeah, damn, this chick really like me, and she really is looking at me like I could be that nigga, but I got 2 other bitches I'm fucking, and I need to get rid of them.
That statement,
I would
Jason,
feel like a fuckboy.
I agree with that statement, but with the way you worded it implied something different.
You said you would feel like one, but you said it like you are. That's
I mean,
like,
nigga, I ain't gonna act like a fuckboy. I'm saying, but I'm gonna feel like that inside. I'm gonna like, it might take me 5 minutes later to go to sleep. You know what I mean? It's just like toss and turn a little bit.
all right. So
What's the next question?
What's the next question?
You spent a lot of time on that one.
Yeah, that's just the first question. So
Damn.
guys are doing good on time. But you know, as I said, like if you guys have questions, put them in the chat. Highlight them so it's easier to see. You could also go to my story on IG. If you aren't following me on IG, you can do that.
I feel like
after the show.
I feel like the evolution of this is need people to call up to ask the questions so we can ask them questions.
I mean, if you want to call up
About
numbers,
the
right?
questions.
I'm pointing the right way down. Yes, there it is. Numbers right there.
No, I mean, I want some. I mean, it's your show, but a lot of times these questions need questions for us to get to the bottom of it, because we just be doing a lot of assuming.
I like this new layout.
Do you like it?
I just really looked at it.
We
Because I didn't get any sleep, so this is just we not getting any
we
sleep.
just be doing a lot of assuming about what this person meant or is going through, or the type.
You don't
of,
think that part of the process is fun?
No, I think this is why we took an hour,
took an hour for one question?
for one fucking question.
Trying to handle all the scenarios.
I think even though it took long for that one question, I think we, at least me, I did gain some clarity
Yeah, absolutely.
over there, and you know, then it's fucking worth it then. So who's to say that I'm the only one who gained some clarity over that? There may be other people in there who needed to hear that. Who needed to hear what you had to say, Danny, and needed me to re-ask
So
that
fuck
question.
what I had to say,
so
right?
eloquently. I didn't get to you yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna talk about you now. I was talking to Sweater Man over there.
Hearing the sound, and
and
they
then-
still sound far away.
fuck what Kevin had to say. What you had to
You
say.
made some valid points.
Gave them some fucking clarity.
You made some points. I'm just saying.
I gave Danny
I
clarity.
like the way that Danny explained it.
I gave Danny.
Danny painted it by numbers, and it was easy to trace. And
You see the
you
shit?
know what I'm
That's one
saying?
of
You
the
see
best
the
compliments
shit?
I've ever
You
got.
see the shit? I gave Danny clarity on the fucking situation.
I don't know. You
Kevin,
should have wore a sweater.
Kevin, I appreciate that.
So how the fuck you talking about Danny put it in thing, and I'm the one who gave you fucking clarity?
He just made me understand
Get
it.
the
Just the
fuck
way he
outta
said
here.
it.
Get the fuck
You know
out
what I'm
of here.
saying?
You see when
He made me feel good about myself.
The next fucking question.
Jesus Christ. Thank you.
The next fucking question.
Thank you too, Kev.
Bullshit.
Really, thank you. Okay, next question. What movies are you guys excited for this year?
What? I don't know what year they come out. All the fucking Marvel movies that's supposed to have come out already.
What happened
I
to
believe the-
Black Widow?
Yeah, the Black Widow one.
Black
The
Widow.
fuck? It's supposed to be May. Supposed to be.
Black
No,
was-
not May.
I
Sorry,
gave up
March.
on trying
Supposed to be
figure out.
March. March 23rd or something like that. It's supposed to be on Disney Plus.
I really hope.
and in theater.
I really.
Black Panther
I,
2, whenever that comes out.
I really hope Mortal Kombat. I really hope.
Yeah, looking forward to Mortal Kombat.
I really hope Black Widow took what was going on in the world and rewrote and refilmed a couple of the scenes to make up for the year that they missed. I would really be disappointed if it's the same movie that was about to come out right before COVID.
Did you hear that
But
they are not recasting? They're just going to do it without. There's going to be no more T'Challa. They're not going to recast him with somebody else.
Well,
There's no way they could.
They're going to just keep the story going along.
Well, in the Black Panther comic books, there is a story where Black Panther dies, where he does pass the mantle on. So they could keep the continuity with the
Yeah,
comics.
or they could give it to Shuri, was also
No,
one of the Black Panthers.
But that is what I'm saying. That would be in that would keep the continuity with what's happening in the comic books. Chadwick Boseman, I don't think there is anybody we would accept as the new Black Panther.
Right.
We would
What if they brought Michael B. Jordan back?
Michael B. Jordan is not
It
Black
would still
Panther.
be too weird.
Michael B. Jordan is Killmonger.
I know that. I'm just saying. You know, this is Disney. It's cash grabs.
But it would not. It
the,
would
the
not.
mouse loves the money.
It would not. It would not replace.
The opinions of J. Lou.
It would not replace Chadwick Boseman, and you know they could. I even watched something where they went through 3 scenarios where they could bring back Killmonger for it to make sense. They had the multiverse.
How was that scenario working out?
Well, they had 3. They had the you know, the multiverse. They had the fact that when he said
That is true. The multiverse.
they said another situation where he said, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors, right? These were the people who jumped off the slave ships because they did not want to be. He said they knew burial was better than bondage.
Did he went over the side of the mountain and into the water, or no?
No, it panned out. It just panned out after he died.
So let's just say he jumped off the cliff into
No,
water.
he didn't jump off. He said, bury me in the water. He was
Okay.
dying in T'Challa's arms.
Let's just say.
But what
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a scenario
I'm giving you the scenario.
for Namor.
That's what I'm giving you. That's what I was trying to say. Namor is supposed to be the antagonist.
And if you guys don't know who Namor is, if you know what Aquaman is,
That's the Marvel
he is the
version of-
Marvel equivalent to Aquaman.
Aquaman. So they're saying that they would have brought Killmonger back to life when he was buried at that's another
Really?
that's another theory. Another easy fix is the time stone. You know, that's another easy fix, the time stone, where they could they could come and get him before he gets stabbed, and you know, there you go, you have a Killmonger. But even if you preserve Killmonger, that's
But
not
if you
replacing.
go back with the time stone, you're kind of fucking up that universe.
You're not, because you're only going back 2 minutes. You go back 2 minutes. You go back before he gets stabbed. You're not going back to when he's born. You go back 2 minutes before he gets stabbed. You take the fucking knife from T'Challa, disarm him, and you run off with Killmonger. Killmonger's alive. Hey, whip-de-doo.
No, don't fuck with the time.
No, but this is just scenarios.
I like the Namor scenario. That makes sense.
I for me personally, even though I like Killmonger's character better than T'Challa's character, Chadwick Boseman, I think there's no way to do that character justice the second in Black Panther 2. So, you know, I think they should just do a fantastic job with a whole bunch of characters. You know, fill it up with characters, fill it up with cameos, fill it up with characters, fill it up with star power, and hopefully, you know, we could have something.
But keep it all black.
No, definitely keep it black. You could definitely have a celebration of him, and you know that's what we could hope for.
I had a question about what you just said, right? Keeping it all black, and I asked you this question before, where we didn't really dive into it. What makes a movie a black movie?
That's tricky.
What
I think
make-
ultimately it would be that black people produced it and black people benefited from it, not just black faces.
Thank you for the subscription. Like the new sound effects.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to get that as a ringtone, but not just it be all black actors, but even with that, there's not enough movies that has an all black cast, but more where there's black people getting points off the movies also. You know, black directors, black writers, stuff like that.
Okay. Did you feel that Coming to America 2 was a black movie?
Yeah, I felt it. I don't have any proof. I didn't do any research, but I definitely felt it. But
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
Well, the
Absolutely.
director and the two writers were all white. Do you still look at it that way?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, if you think so, it's okay. I'm just trying to get a feeling of what a black movie is.
I think that's progress, but no, I don't think that's a black movie in the ideal pinnacle, pure what it could be. Because there's a lot of movies where white people benefit from it, white people are the face of it, white people wrote it, white people directed, white people make money from it, and there's nothing wrong with that, and nobody blinks an eye. I don't think there's enough. There's not even, like, let's say black people are 12% of the American population. 12% of the movies are not all black, the same way the majority of the movies are all white.
Okay, but here's the next question that's going to go into that. And I know I went into the rabbit hole a little bit, but what is it? Should there be black movies, or should there just be all movies?
No, that Mr. All Lives Matter. Yes, there should be all movies, and that's why I'm saying there should be black movies, so that all movies can be all movies. At the moment, it's disproportionate to the, even if you just wanted to go by the population of America. Let's lower it and say that black people only make 10% of the population. 1 in 10 movies are not all black, from the paper to the screen.
What do you think?
When that happens, then you can say all movies are all movies.
Because
I look at it, it's just like the person making the movie has to be black. Like for me to consider it a black movie, you have to have.
What do you mean by making it? The person who paid for it?
No, when I say making it, I'm using the term a little loosely. I should say the person directing it.
Okay.
Majority of the writing staff.
Okay.
Majority of the cast. Majority
of the makeup artist, the hairstylist,
right,
the grips, the cameraman, all of that.
Right. That to me,
you know how many?
It's a black movie because it's hiring black people.
Do you know how many black actresses have to get bring their personal hairstylist because there's nobody who can handle black hair on the set?
I'm not letting no white man fade my shit.
No,
I did that once.
Do you know how many people? Like there was this girl.
I couldn't go to school for a week.
Who was on a sitcom who had her hair tied for like a whole season because nobody knew how to do her hair properly. Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? So no, you can't say there is no situation where it's just all movies.
I don't think
unless it's like a early Spike Lee movie. Those were like black movies.
I don't think.
But to a degree, he's blackballed.
Yeah.
The way they.
But do you think he's blackballed for black movies?
I think he's blackballed for being unapologetically black about the fact that he wants to make black movies.
I think what you guys said about the black, like the 100% black, like the grip.
Not 100%. I'm just saying majority.
I did.
He said it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I said it. So what?
I think
what?
that. Hold on.
What is you talking about?
I don't think that's correct.
Okay.
If
care to share why?
Because I want Daniel because Daniel is the best photographer, not because he's the best black photographer.
I understand that.
Oh, hold on. And if there is a dope stunt coordinator from Italy who's not black, or wherever he's from, and that's what's gonna puts my movie to the cutting edge, I want that guy. You know what I'm saying?
What you're talking about is an even playing field that doesn't exist.
What are you talking about? If I am the black filmmaker, if I am the investor,
kind sir,
if I am the investor,
and you're the black investor,
Kevin Crown,
right?
Who is black,
right?
Now, if I am the investor,
right,
and I am saying I'm making this is my black film, right? And it has
what percentage are you?
Hold
what
on.
Percentage?
Listen, the leading male is black. The supporting cast is black. All right.
Okay.
That's a black film. Okay. That's a black film.
Okay. You're entitled to feel that way. What I'm saying is that there are many. I would say that there's a large percentage of films today, and since the inception of films, where everything was white.
Of course.
There's not a large percentage or an accurate depiction of our
even the black people were white.
Of our population.
That was wrong. And to say I want it to be the same thing, sir, but I wanted to reverse is wrong.
No,
it's wrong.
No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
It is.
It's not wrong.
It's what's
To
wrong
say-
when they did it. It's wrong. It'd be wrong if we did it.
It's only wrong if I say I want all movies to be all black. That's not what I'm saying.
You said
I
you want
say
black movies to be all black.
I want to see.
Do
I
you-
want to
do you-
be.
do
I
you-
want
do
the
you-
option to exist.
do you
for
look
there
at
to
a
be
movie-
something black from head to toe?
Do you look at a movie with
That doesn't
mostly
make
white
me wrong
people
because I
as
want
a
to see
white
my
movie?
people do the same shit that white people do.
Look, Daniel,
How is that wrong?
Daniel, hold on.
It
Do
is
you-
wrong, 'cause
Hold on, hold on,
it-
wait.
that
Hold on.
was wrong for
hold
them.
on,
I'm
hold
not
on,
s- oh,
hold on.
God.
Do you look at movies with white people in it, mostly white people? Do you call them white movies?
That's my point.
I
That's my fucking point.
I do call them white movies.
Most people don't.
I call
Most
them
people
white
just call them
Just-
motherfucking movies.
Just like
motherfucking Disney.
just like if I saw
Fucking Transformers.
just like if I saw an Asian film, I call it an Asian film. If I saw an English film, I call it an English film. If I saw a Bollywood film, I'd say that's an Indian film. If I saw an African movie or African, that's an African movie. You understand?
I'm just saying it's not something that people commonly say.
You don't say, yeah, people don't commonly say white movies are white movies. All the other shits, because it's not white, they got to give it a name. But white movies are just called movies.
So they
In
have,
general.
So they do have. No, it's fair to say so they have this unfair advantage.
We know that.
in movies, right?
They have it everywhere. They have
Right.
it in life.
Right. So is this
They have it in life.
okay?
Not
difference-
just movies.
the
But is
difference
this?
is that you
but
wanna
is,
accept it and I
is,
don't.
is this?
Life.
Is
The
this
difference
why?
is that you want to accept it and I don't.
I didn't say I'd
hold
accept
on.
it.
Hold on.
I didn't say an accept
Hold
it.
on.
You, Jason.
I didn't say an accept it. I'm saying what I'm saying is if I have a movie.
Is it
The- and
important
my-
to categorize them then? Is that why categorizing movies are important? Because there is such a stranglehold.
no.
Is it important? Is it important for us to say this is a black movie?
Yes.
Is it important for us to say this is an Asian movie?
Yes.
This is an Indian movie?
Yes.
Because
I think it's important for us to get to the point where an all black movie, and according to my definition, is called just a movie. That's what I think is important. I don't think all movies should be all black. I don't think all movies should be all white or all movies should be all Asian. But I think I don't know if I never seen Crazy Asian, Crazy Rich Crazy Asian, whatever. the hell the-
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians. I never seen it, but I wouldn't assume that it was all Asian. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it would be easier for me to assume that white people had their hands in it. You understand what I'm saying? And it would still be called an Asian movie. I believe that every culture should be able to produce content on
That was
whatever
a-
platform.
But what you said is the reason why I originally asked you the question about Coming to America, and does the director and
So,
the
no, I
writers
wouldn't-
being
so-
white make it still a black movie?
To me, again, it's progress, right? From back in the day when Cleopatra was fucking white, and in Africa, and the Egyptians was white, and the pharaohs was white.
You agree with him?
To a degree, yeah.
You so because it's funny y'all say that now, but y'all don't want to fucking go watch movies on Linda Movie Theater.
No,
It's different.
Linden movie theater is no.
It's not black people.
It's
that-
black people that
Well,
work in the theater.
well, Kev,
It's black
Kev,
people
hold on,
that own
hold
the
on,
theater.
hold on,
It's black
hold on,
people that
hold on.
Whoa.
Sir, I've never
It's
heard it
black people that
advertised
sit
like
in the
that.
theater.
Kev,
I've never heard it
Kev,
advertised that way.
You never heard it's
Kevin,
black owned?
Kevin,
Hold on,
Kevin,
sir.
hold
Let me
on,
talk to him.
hold
Let
on,
me talk
hold
to
on.
him.
No, wait. Let me just answer the question. When I go to the movies, 99.9% I'm going with black people. So it's not about black people. It's about the theater. That particular theater attracts people who wants to fuck around in the theater.
When's the last time you been there?
The last time I've been there
How
was the
many
last
times I
time it
gotta go
happened.
there and have that experience for me to know not to fucking go back?
It attracts people. What all I was saying is, you said you've never heard
If that was the case, me saying about black people, I wouldn't go to the movies with black people because I would expect them to do the same thing. So it's not a race thing; it's a location thing. That location is a location where people happen to do this shit in the theater.
do you know
from
this?
my experience, because it happened when I was go there. If I said that location happens to be, or the neighborhood happens to be somewhere where people get shot, you would understand that. It would make sense. But you wouldn't connect it to black people. You would connect it connected to that neighborhood being dangerous. That particular theater draws attention from people who like to interrupt the theater.
How do
from
you
my
know this?
because I
How do you
experienced
know
that.
this?
I experienced
When?
that.
You ain't go there in fucking 13 years.
Listen.
You haven't
Listen.
been there 13 years, dog.
Listen.
You haven't been there since Instagram was made.
What's the projects near your house?
What the fuck?
Vanderveer?
His
Yeah.
house?
So
No, I'm sorry. Now it's called Flatbush Gardens.
So listen to me. Here's my reason, Kevin, and I hope you understand. I hope.
Okay.
In the late '90s, I went to a house party in Vanderveer.
Woo!
Right? In the '90s, it was a great party. It was amazing. Right?
Okay.
There was too many attractive girls going into the house, and guys from the building wanted to get in. They knocked on the door. They wanted to get in. They didn't get in because nobody knew who the hell they were. They ended up shooting up the door, and we all left. I don't need to fucking go back to Vanderveer to find out if Vanderveer is like that. You told me the name changed.
Flatbush Gardens,
I
sir.
still will not go inside Vanderveer.
It still looks
because
the
of
same
my
inside. It's
experience.
just-
Thank you kindly.
just little
I don't
paint.
want to see, hey, is this shit still the same or did they change? I don't want to find out. I've been scarred and I have no problems admitting it. I'm not going back.
That's why I don't like going
Now, Kevin,
to
if you want
projects.
to expose me to the new Linden, sure, I'll fuck with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't think you're crazy or whatever. But my experience was bad enough for me not to want to try it again.
The reason why I rehash this, because I don't think
Yes, I based it on 20 years ago.
I'll be
experience
honest.
was bad
The
enough.
last movie that I saw at Linden Theater was Shaft. Okay, with Samuel L. Jackson. That Shaft was the last time I came.
Okay.
and then motherfucker was in there trying to make jokes the whole time.
Okay.
he thought he was Peoples Hernandez, and
Okay.
this is like
okay, so
how long?
Kevin, when they open up, we'll just go and we'll check it out.
So
But I like the 4DX experience, and Linden only got that.
Hold on. You don't need to see every movie in 4DX.
No.
Okay.
The action movies,
Okay.
yes.
You don't need to see every movie in 4DX.
You're right.
Okay, cool. This is what I'm saying, guys.
No, I don't. Really
I've been where you guys go to see movies all the time. I've been there.
You ever invited us to come? You ever said, "Hey, let's go to Linden"?
No, you guys don't want to go there.
And also a reason is because I watch movies in IMAX, so I don't do RDX because that's not real.
You don't
IMAX, right, Links?
You don't need to watch.
It's not.
You do not need to watch every movie in IMAX.
I don't need 10 fingers,
If
but I
I'm
still
leaving
like
my
them.
house to go to the theaters to go see a movie, I'm going to see it in the
Again,
highest quality
again,
available.
again,
I'm going to IMAX.
Again, when we had the discussion the other night, I said talk about what you like. You can't. You said what you guys said. My feet were sticking to the floor. You said the thing about the comedy. You said it attracts the wrong crowd. You said you didn't want to get shot. I'm telling you, my experience is none of those things. And
I never said I didn't want to get shot. I didn't connect
No,
to the
I said
theater.
that. I said that.
I didn't say that.
I'm sure I said that. I'm probably the one who said that.
I said the neighborhood. I didn't say, and I was using it as an example. I never said you're gonna get shot in Linden Theater. That was Kenmore Theater on Flatbush Avenue.
He said it.
You gonna get shot there.
If he said it. If he said
Niggas
it.
got shot there.
Kevin.
If
Kevin,
he said,
when
hold
the
on.
world opens, we'll go.
Hold
What
on.
movie you want to see there?
Hold on.
It's not going to be a Marvel movie.
No, listen.
Exactly.
Check it out.
Okay.
Check it out. Listen. The reason why I brought that up, because today, you guys are like, a black film, it has to have black hairdressers and everything black. And I'm saying that could be to the detriment of the movie.
So you're telling me that because it's all black is to the detriment of the movie? You've been brainwashed by the devil to hate yourself, my brother.
If you think that,
Don't tell Minister Farrakhan.
if you think
he don't want to know what's going on.
If you think that, I was always told, if to be the best, you got to compete amongst everybody. All right, I'm a fighter. If they only let me compete amongst black fighters, I would only hold on.
Sir,
hold on.
Sir, no.
Hold on,
I have to
Daniel.
identify the bullshit.
That's not
as you're
bullshit.
slinging it.
That's not bullshit.
Sir.
If my movie says
Sir.
I'm only hiring black people,
Break my phone.
if I'm only hiring black people, you've eliminated everybody else from even being considered for even competing with the job.
Kind sir.
Right? So now I got the job because I'm black,
Sir.
not because I was the best.
Sir,
Well, you can't be black and qualified.
adding more volume does not add more validity to your argument, sir. But let me say this, okay? If that was true, nobody makes that complaint when white people make all white cast, all white everything.
Dude,
movies.
it's wrong. I
Okay.
said it's wrong. I said it's wrong when they do it. That's why I don't want to do it. I'm not going to be the one to do what they do. That's what I'm saying. If I want, like I said,
So if you
I
were
want Daniel.
if you were making a movie, you wouldn't do that.
no,
Okay,
I
in
wouldn't
this-
do
in that
no. I wouldn't.
specific-
I wouldn't do.
In
I
that specific thing, I agree with you.
okay, okay.
That's
all.
one specific line.
That's all I'm saying.
But who's to say,
Let's
is it
listen.
wrong when Chinese people do it?
Bro, it's never right. It's never right. It is never right when
They're
white
in
people.
China. They're in China. They got to go out to Germany to get the white guy because
No,
he's the
no,
best.
no, 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 no,
They
no,
can't
no.
just use the resources that they got.
No, dude, nigga. You're not gonna do that to me.
He did.
No, you're not gonna do it in China.
I just did it.
In China.
There's like 3 billion people over
Exactly. Exactly. There's the Chinese. You can't do that.
Because China doesn't have all of Europe with colonizer hands all full of it, raping them, taking all their resources and robbing them of their history and their identity and sense of self. Okay? In China, their god is Chinese.
there. Yo,
So there's multiple levels to this shit that you're fucking talking about. and
Letitia
you're trying to act like
Star,
it's even,
Court
like it's
Street
even.
Theater is just as bad.
Listen.
Yeah, Court
Street Theater, and that's in a white neighborhood.
I had a
and
rat
it's-
run
and
across
it's
my foot in
fuckers
Court
there
Street
too.
Theater.
They'll do it there too.
Yeah.
It's just some theater. See, and that's a good example. It doesn't. It's not the neighborhood.
Listen.
it's the theater.
Listen.
it's not the people around it. It's the motherfuckers who go there.
What?
Court Street. That's like someone mentioned
said-
Court Street. Court
you
Street.
said it's not the
Court Street
motherfuckers
is
around
the
it?
Court Street is the same.
You can't use that
thing.
You can't use the Chinese argument, bro.
No, I'm not. This is.
No,
I wasn't
I'm talking
about
to
Chinese.
fucking Daniel. The fuck? 3 people in the room. I'm talking to Daniel. You
Son,
can't.
you gonna let him talk to you like that?
You
son?
can't. You cannot use. You
Sit down
cannot.
here, eat my quinoa.
You cannot. You cannot use that with me.
Yo, he's
I will-
spitting your
I will-
food, son.
This
I
nigga
will-
bringing up my blood pressure.
I will never practice that because that will never produce the best product. And at the end of the day, it's about producing the best product. Is it about making a statement or is it about making a good movie?
Okay.
I just want to see a good movie, man.
Exactly.
I don't really- I
I'm
really
gonna
don't
say-
care
I'm gonna say, all right.
What color everybody is. I
This
just
is
wanna
my
see a good
class.
movie.
This is. I want the best color corrector. I want the best cinematographer. Oh, that's the guy that did those effects on that. I want him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when they see the movie, like I didn't know a black film could look like this. You understand what I'm saying?
So what to you is making it black? Because what?
Because if it's funded by a black person, if it has black investors, if the cast is black, it's a black fucking film.
Okay,
the fuck?
but not all the cast.
Majority. If the leading man and the leading
Because
woman,
I know I'm saying
So
this
to you,
because
what Tyler
because
Perry
you said you
what
would
Tyler Perry's
choose.
doing is wrong.
what are you talking about?
Having a black studio, hiring black people behind the camera, and all that other shit.
Is that racist?
I'm pretty sure.
Fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure there's white people that work for Tyler Perry. Do not tell me Tyler Perry does not work with any white people.
You think there's a majority black people at this movie theater? I'm just asking. That's an opinion. Do you think?
Listen.
Is it in your opinion?
Listen, we're not talking about majority. He talked about exclusion. Don't give me minority and majority. He talked about exclusion.
No, I'm asking you.
I don't want to answer that question because that's not the debate. The debate is: if we're excluding everybody but black people? I am not doing that. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about majority. If it's by definition, majority makes it a fucking black film. Yes. But we're not talking about majority, minority. We're talking about exclusion. I'm not with the exclusion shit because that's what the fuck they did to us. And I'm not gonna be like, to be in a conversation. I want a fair chance, everybody to have a fair chance.
So you're saying it's not wrong to say, for me to say, I want the best. I want to give black people a shot at this and find the best talent. And that's what I'm going to gear myself for. But if I happen to find someone else more qualified, then I'll give that person the job. But my first instinct is going to be to hire black. Is that wrong?
It's whatever you want to do. But what he said is exclusion. He's excluding. That's what he said.
What I'm saying, the scenario I gave you.
Stop trying.
It's not. I'm trying to get a different point of view. Is in that scenario?
You can't give me another point of view. I gave you my point of view.
I'm asking you to give me another point of view in this. Is it fair to say that?
I gave you my point of view. If the people that really matter, the writers, the directors, the leading man and the supporting cast, if those is who I want to be black, if that's the best cameraman for the job, I don't give a fuck where he come from. I don't give a fuck what color his skin tone is. All I give a fuck is he does his fucking job and he shows up every day to fucking work.
Okay, difference in opinion. I don't necessarily think that makes it a black movie, but we'll move on. All right. All right. Elevated
That question
Chrissy.
only took half an hour.
Elevated Chrissy. We are talented as fuck. We are talented as fuck. But I listen. I work in the entertainment field, and if I subscribe to, I'm only gonna work with people from a certain country because a certain country does this, or for instance. I'm a Caribbean DJ, so I'm not gonna let non-Caribbean DJs work with me. I'm not gonna let these Japanese people play Caribbean music because they're not Caribbean.
That's not what I was saying either, sir.
Okay.
You're talking about stopping other people from being able to work. I'm talking about including people in my project. Those are two different things.
That's what I'm talking about.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, you wildin'.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
Nah.
It is the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. If I have a party.
One, you're giving a certain demographic an opportunity, but you are willing to hire the best talent. The other one is saying, I don't want no white people on the set.
That's what he said.
That's not what he said.
Yes, the fuck it is. Daniel, that's not what you said. Daniel, that's not what you said.
What? I didn't hear what y'all was saying. I was reading the comments.
You said you wanted all black everything.
I want the option. I want it to become the norm.
That's not what you said in the beginning.
No, you didn't understand what I was saying, motherfucker. I'm saying that I'm saying that movies. When I say I'm gonna go watch the movie, you automatically nobody needs the clarification that it's a white movie. Every other thing that's not a movie is a black movie, a Chinese movie, an Indian movie, an African movie.
That's not what you said,
a Spanish movie.
That's not what you said.
So
you said I want the key grips. I want the person to. You said you wanted everybody to be black, and I said, oh shit,
sir,
Jesus Christ, y'all just go back. You did.
I did say that.
So that's what I'm saying.
Seth, Kevin.
Did you call him Seth Kevin? What is Seth Kevin?
I was about to say
you
seven.
are Seth Kevin today.
I was about to say seven.
Seth
Kevin. I'm saying that all other cultures on the planet are able to have all of those things, and it's nobody bats an eye. It's expected. It's okay.
No, you cannot say that, Daniel.
Okay.
You can't say that.
It's okay for
Daniel,
Chinese people
in China
to be able to
in
make.
China, in Africa, they do the same shit.
Sir,
in Africa, they do the same shit as Chinese people.
Black people were here before white people.
In Africa, they do the same shit as they do in China.
Sir,
you talk about Chinese people in America.
Country,
talk about Chinese people in America.
Country
we're talking about
Africa that is not touched or raped by white people.
We're talking about African films, right?
Calm down.
You're talking about African films, right?
Okay.
We're talking about the films.
Calm down.
Here we go. Go ahead. I'm calm. You said in China. Talk about Chinese people making movies here, not in China. Because in Africa, the same process they do in China is the same shit, bro. It's mostly black people. Because that's the resources they have. You cannot talk about movies made in America the same way they're made in China, bro.
The movies that you're talking about, are they the level of Hollywood?
No, of course not.
That's what I'm talking about.
Chinese films are not the level of Hollywood either, brother.
Yes, it is.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. No, they're not, Daniel. No, they're not.
I'm going to get you some links and I'm going to show you. Fair enough?
So you're saying they have the same budget as they have the same? They say you're saying they have the same budget.
The reason why Star Wars, what was the Star Wars where they went before when what was it, when they got the blueprints to the Death Star, and the
That's Rogue One.
yes, the reason why Rogue One had so many Asian main characters was because they wanted Chinese money. Because of, they realized how many Chinese people would want to watch the movie because they would see their own faces.
What?
That's what I'm saying. You're not ready for this conversation
What are
realistically.
you what are you talking about, Daniel?
It's all right. What's the next question?
What? No,
We're not
no,
gonna
that's
see
not.
eye to eye.
No.
We're not
that's,
going to see eye to eye.
I said. You said.
Listen.
You said
there are
Chinese.
Asian movies on the level of Hollywood. That's all Asian without white people, being major influencers or whatever, contributors to the creation of those movies.
No. What I said.
Chinese people don't have difficulty, producing high-end movies
was Jackie
without
Chan
including white people.
Was Jackie Chan a mega superstar before he started making films in America?
I'm not well versed on Jackie Chan.
Was Jet Li a major star in China before he got his big
You're
break?
talking about 20 years ago. I'm talking about now.
I'm talking about history. What the fuck?
You're talking about 20 years ago. I'm talking about now.
When
I'm talking about now.
Jackie Chan was a fucking household name in China. You know when he became an international star? When he came to Hollywood.
Okay.
When people come from other countries and come to Hollywood, they literally get their big fucking break. It's not the same thing. It's not. It's not.
Okay, Kev.
Next topic. You guys sure you want to stop there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 'Cause I don't think. How do we resolve this?
It ain't
We
no
don't.
resolve. It ain't no
We
fucking
don't.
resolve.
Because
This guy's fucking crazy.
No,
I'm
stop,
not crazy.
Stop. Stop.
I am not crazy. I am not crazy. I'm not crazy. Just because you say something, it don't make it real. I have the point. I have the right to have my own opinion and state my facts to back up my opinion. We know when people come, it could be from whatever country. They could be the biggest fucking star in the country. They put him in an American film and they won't even have a fucking line. And the people in the country be like, oh my God, he's in an American Hollywood film. Why? Why? It's a different level, bro.
Okay.
I just think that there's a misunderstanding, but we'll move on. I would have liked to resolve that so we can get on the same page. I just think there's a
The
difference.
only way I can resolve it is by me looking it up and showing.
Because I think
this is a high quality film.
regardless of
made
what you
from
guys are,
another country.
regardless of what you guys are saying, I do believe that both of you support black movies, correct?
Of course.
Okay, and Dan, you support black movies, right?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, whatever
I
you
make it my business to pay for black movies. I don't bootleg black movies.
At the end of the day, no matter who's the key grip or the director or who's making the sandwiches,
No.
we are in support of black movies. We may not be able to figure out what exactly a black movie is, but as long as the leading role is a black person, maybe the director would be great. That's a start for me. Black Panther is a good example.
No, the director, I think,
Even though it was made by Disney,
I think the directors, the writers, the leading man or woman or the supporting cast, once they're black, it's just like black coaches. There's tons of black athletes.
because there is nobody is saying, because one thing I just want to get really clear, that nobody is saying that they don't support black talent, black movies.
No, I'm not
nobody,
saying
nobody is saying that.
What I'm saying is, I was always taught growing up, because I'm black in America, I have to work 10 times as hard to get the same thing a normal person would get. You understand? I want, I always strive to be the best. I don't want to be pigeonholed and said, we're only going to pick from this pool of people to determine who you're the best in this pool of people. Put me in the pool with every fucking body.
Did I understand what you're saying?
I'm explaining for the people in the chat.
Oh,
We don't have to come to understanding. It's a discussion. What I'm saying is when you go down the line, and we already the main people, we've already said our director is black.
Avency.
Because we want a black point of view. Our writers are black. The representation of what the writers are doing, the direction, the directors.
Do you know how many
directing.
black shows have all white fucking writers?
Bro, we not talking about what we not talking about, and we not talking about.
But that's still a black show.
What?
Even Dave,
Those-
Dave
those-
Chappelle had white writers.
The WB shows, the shows with Flex and the Wayans brothers.
Back in the
and
days when
all of those shits.
What about In Living Color?
All of those
UPN,
shits have
WB,
fucking
What about In Living Color?
TV went through a whole real black period.
But what
But
about
they
In
had
Living Color?
all white writers.
But what about In Living Color?
You understand what I'm saying?
What
Writing
about
about
In Living-
black people in the black
What about In
experience.
Living Color?
What about in Living Color? I don't. You have to ask
But-
the rest of that question.
Let's talk about that for a second, all right?
What about In Living Color?
But hold on, but we'll even get to that. Around that time, there seemed to be some sort of black entertainment renaissance
realized we
going on TV, and
Ain't nobody.
it wasn't short lived. Would you say that there's any way that the black shows actually benefited? Did you say that it was an opportunity to springboard black talent, or did you look at it some fuck move by the networks just to gain black viewers?
I definitely think it was motivated by the dollar that they can get from black viewers. Absolutely. That's the reason why those black exploitation movies came out, because they realized we can make more money from black people.
You watch Dolomite, bro?
No, I didn't watch that yet.
Watch Dolomite.
Okay.
Yeah, watch Dolomite. I think you'll have a difference of opinion on that.
It's one of Eddie Murphy's better acting roles.
And it's a story of the start of black exploitation films. And I think you have I think you have a way different point of view on that. Just watch that film and do some research on that. All right.
It was badass, sweet badass.
I know what you're talking about. This is Mario Van
Yeah,
Peebles'
his
father.
dad, right.
I can't remember his name.
They started a movement, and then it got taken over. You understand what I'm saying? That, you know, we have to not just pick out the bits and pieces that make sense to fit a certain narrative. I'm not, you know, I'm not sure. The reason why I'm not really giving too much pushback is because I don't have the proof to further explain what it is that I'm trying to say, because you're not fully understanding what I'm saying. I know you think you understand what I'm saying, but you're not.
I don't really understand what you're saying.
Okay, good. And that's why I can't continue, because I don't have
No, just say what you're saying.
the tools that I
Danny,
need
would you
to
like
prove
some
the point.
water?
Just say what you're saying.
It's-
Isn't
it's
there water
the
next to it?
soda.
Because I poured another glass of water. I love water, and it's over there, just behind the door. Anytime you want, there's water right there. I know the quinoa is stuck everywhere.
So these all right, before the Wayans brothers and Family Matters and
just ask this quick question. I don't know if anybody you did. I'm gonna ask it. Bob the Builder asks, did any of you watch Oprah's interview with Harry and Meghan?
I wasn't interested in what they're going on in their life.
yeah, I don't give a shit
I think
about that.
I think that was for women.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit about that.
I mean, it was a dude who asked the question, you know. But
No disrespect
this
to
is
him.
no disrespect, son.
I don't. Hey.
Disrespect to you, Bob the Builder. Niggas ain't watch that.
Before that, right? You know, remember shows like Amen and 227, The Cosby Show,
Right. TV goes through this black period for a time frame to just get everybody in, and then it just switches over to white, and then it does it again. I think we're due for another one soon.
I think the
I think if
demographics.
COVID didn't happen,
I think the demographic of TV and what TV, everything has changed. Everything has changed. We're in a transitional period in the world, and we've been for a while. All right. Well, the way we grew up and the way we consumed entertainment and the way we're entertained is different. All right. There weren't podcasts us growing up. There wasn't things like this. There wasn't social media. There wasn't Twitch. There wasn't Instagram. You know, it's different. I think all those things that we complain about, imagine if they weren't there, and we just had Perfect Strangers and what were the white shows? What is it with the
Friends.
Friends and Seinfeld.
But just 1 second before we even just one thing to Bob the Builder. It's not even to write you off anything, because maybe what you're saying about the Harry and Meghan interview has some substance about this conversation. If that is the case, you can feel free to call the number up and explain, the correlation. So maybe there's something I'm not seeing with that. Just to let you know. Go ahead.
I fully understand, because I see people in the topic saying, "Wait, Kevin don't get it and Kevin don't this." Listen, black people, we have a raw deal in America and in the world. We do. All right. I enjoy those shows. I enjoy black films.
Which black films are you talking about?
Films like Friday, films like The Best Man, films like Brown Sugar.
Okay.
Black film,
Everything that comes on BET.
Not everything.
Here's my thing, right?
Not everything.
With those movies,
Yeah.
right? Those movies still needed white people to approve their existence.
Except Tyler Perry's.
They needed white right. They needed white people to allow those movies to happen.
So did NWA.
What are you talking about?
NWA.
NWA serves the purpose of a white agenda. Of course.
NWA.
Absolutely.
Niggas with attitude.
Yes.
You said
None of that. They wasn't gangbangers.
You said they served. They had. Hold on.
They got a contract to say, hey, go out and I want you to be these gangbangers because that's what we know is gonna sell.
So hold on. Wait. So you telling me? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. You guys are telling me that you guys believe that people like Ice-T, people like Ice Cube and NWA, people like Biggie Smalls, you believe that it was white people that said, you guys are gonna, Wu-Tang Clan and all that, you guys are gonna put this out to form a narrative?
I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about NWA specifically.
Okay, let's talk about NWA.
I'll address what you said, the way you say it, and I'll include what.
No, let him talk about NWA.
NWA specifically.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All the list of people that you named.
Okay.
Don't uplift the image of white people, of black people, to black people or to white people. The color purple. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Did not represent the typical black family dynamic or relationship. Were you aware that people, excuse me, were offended by this false narrative of how black love or marriages work? It wasn't, but it made other people think that there's problems with black men committing to women, or how in general, as a whole, black men are abusive and all this other crap. And that's not the normal, typical, average story. NWA did not represent the average black man or the average black boy. It represented a small window into how certain people lived in certain neighborhoods. But on a whole, black teenagers wasn't gangbanging. You was gangbanging?
Remember Fuck the Police?
Were you gangbanging?
No. Remember Fuck the Police?
Did you call girls bitches?
Hold on. Yeah.
I did.
No, like yo, bitch.
Sometimes.
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
But hold on.
As a result,
hold on, Daniel.
Okay, don't let me finish and ask you a question.
Hold on. Remember Fuck the Police?
Yeah.
Remember that song? NWA, Fuck the Police. Mm-hmm. That's why white people started pushing back on them, because of that song.
Because Fuck the Police wasn't a song about black people putting down black people.
It was about you talking about your neighbors now.
So you remember Rick Ross?
Yeah.
When he can call a girl a bitch all day.
Okay.
He can talk about stealing your girl all day.
So?
He can talk about killing black people all day, or selling drugs to black people all day,
but what
or being a gangster all day. But what Rick Ross couldn't do was talk about raping a girl.
Date rape? He said,
And when he did that, Pepsi didn't have a problem with all the shit that he was saying when he was talking about what black people do to black people supposedly. But once he condoned or was okay with rape, Pepsi said, you know what? You're not the guy for us anymore.
We wasn't.
You
We were
can't do
fine
that.
with just the killing
We're all
niggas
fine
part.
with- exactly.
But,
So yes, those people, that music in general, one, when the label
All I'm saying, this is before we get. You went from NWA to Rick Ross. You were saying,
it's all the same.
Hold on. My point. This is my point.
I wish I had NWA lyrics.
No. You could Google them right now, my G. You can Google them right now. Or this is what I'm saying. What your original statement is.
I'll Google it for you, Dan.
Google it from each other. Your original statement was white people sorted them out and put them out to
That's
influence.
not what I said. I said that NWA fit the white people's agenda for black people.
So before they were global, they wasn't hot in the streets. Are you telling me that white people?
Danny, which lyrics would you like?
Are you telling me that you're telling me that white people dictated popular culture back then?
I have fucked the
I'm
police.
saying that white people dictate popular culture now.
Straight out of Compton.
White people?
White people control
Gangster.
the media. White people own the media. Sony
Express yourself.
owns the labels underneath them. Def Jam, Bad Boy, Murder Inc. What was Suge Knight's thing? I can't fucking remember.
Daniel.
Suge Knight was Death Row.
Do you
Death
think-
Row,
do you
they
think-
all had
Danny,
white
do you think-
owners.
Danny,
Hold
I
on,
found
wait.
lyrics.
Before
This
we
is-
get there, let me ask him a question. Do you think that has anything to do with now?
What?
Do you think that has anything to do with what's going on right now?
When all the little artists, they do not uplift black people.
Do you think that has anything to do with a record label?
It still happens now, yes.
For one, how do these people get signed? Who signs them? How
White
do
people.
okay, how do they get popular? How did they get popular? On the radio?
Sir.
How do they get popular? On the radio? Do they get popular on the radio? Yes or no? Are these things that are not uplifting our people? Is it played on the radio?
Whatever way it's played.
How is it played?
Kind sir.
How?
Please stop screaming at me.
How is it played?
Okay? Whether it's through podcasts, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through TikTok, whether it's through Apple Music, whether it's through SoundCloud, all of those things, all of those means of distribution for content are owned by white people.
Y'all are bugging
And
out.
all of the people who are in charge
You are
of the
bugging out.
censorship-
No, bro. No, bro.
Sir.
No, Daniel.
Sir.
No, Daniel.
Sir.
That's not it, Daniel.
Sir.
Can I read these lyrics already? Shit. Found a song. It's called NWA. A bitch is a bitch. That's the name of the song. A bitch is a bitch.
That sounds like...
You want me to read it? A bitch is a bitch. So if I'm poor or rich, I talk exactly the same pitch. Now the title bitch don't apply to all women, but all women have a little bitch in them. It's like a disease that plagues the character. I don't know why I read the lyrics. I just saw a bitch is a bitch, and I was like, I want to know what that's about. I never heard that. I don't remember that song, but it's a bitch is a bitch.
I wanna go back to this because we need to get some understanding on what's going on. You can't be blaming people.
Whoa. Nobody blamed nobody for nothing.
Okay. So let me go back.
I just want to say.
Let's go back to the.
Listen, Kev. I just want to say, if you guys can just argue for about like 3 more minutes, 3-4 more minutes, while I eat the salmon.
Listen. What
I really appreciate that.
What I will say again. What I will say again. When you think it's an agenda, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. All right. When you will say You know, hold on, wait.
Remember Kanye's Jesus Walks?
Yes.
And he was talking about how if I mention something, they'll take away from my spins and da-da-da-da.
Yep.
What do you think he meant by that? That somebody has control over what he's able to put out?
Yeah, but that
You know what?
that has no basis.
Yes, it
that
does.
has no basis on what kids consume today.
Sir, kids consume? What do you mean? Please explain.
Do kids listen to the radio?
No. Explain. Without asking me questions.
He was talking about the spins he was talking about at the time were radio spins.
So at the time,
Well,
how was kids listening to music?
At the
Because if you're
time,
going to compare now to the time that we're talking about, that's not fair.
I just literally asked you about what's going on now.
That's what I'm saying. Jesus Walks came out in the early 2000s.
But I specifically asked you, do you
Sir.
think that's the problem now?
Yes! Just because there's different... excuse me. Just because there's different means of how people consume music doesn't mean... I don't know if you're talking about underground stuff or mainstream stuff, because we can talk about there are people who rap Bible lyrics. That's not, and that wouldn't be fair for me to include in the argument because it's not mainstream. We're talking about mainstream stuff, and by definition,
you
if
guys
it's
let me finish my salmon.
if it's mainstream, it's white people who control it.
It was delicious.
Control it to who?
White people control whether or not it gets out to other people.
And who's
White people pick.
Who is the
white
number
people
one
pick
consumer?
What's the 40 songs the radio
Who
station will
is
play
the
over and over
number
again?
one consumer of music, especially urban music? Who's the number one consumer?
White people.
White people are the number. The proportion of the population is the majority is white people.
That is also
so by
true.
saying who's the number one consumer, it would only be common sense for it to be white people.
So,
you understand what I'm saying?
hold on.
It's like
Hold on.
It's like talking about welfare. you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Right.
Because it's
Who's
not.
the
Most
number
black
one
people can't be
consumer
on
of
welfare
welfare?
because we're only a certain percentage of the population.
Right.
Can
exactly.
Can I make some? Can I try to understand?
Cali B.
Can I try to make some understanding of your statement? Because you were saying that white people were pushing this agenda out through music, correct?
White people are putting the agenda out through everything.
Okay.
Because not only does it help black people tear down black people, it helps white people dehumanize black people so that they can allow black people to stay in the state that they're in because they think that we choose to be in that situation. Why do I think this? Because white people control all these
Yeah,
things.
This
White people own the studios.
This is why you don't hear
that
Italian
produce
rappers talking about the
movies.
mob.
Right. White people and that's why I brought up the Rick Ross thing. You know what I mean? Because white people said, "Oh, no, little nigger, you're not gonna do that. That's not what I pay you for." Dance to be a good jigaboo. Talking about how much you hate black people.
White people wasn't the only one upset about when Rick Ross said that thing about rape.
It's nice. That's nice. But white people shut
but
the
it's
shit
like,
down.
why wasn't y'all
white
upset
people
about
were
the
the
other
one that was
things?
able to shut the shit down because black people could cry about what they want to. It's white people who have to agree. Black people cry about police brutality. It's not going to change until white people agree. Why? Because they are in control. The only book you was able to read as a slave was the Bible. White people control the information.
That is that is the whole fact.
Wait. The only
book you are allowed to read was the Bible.
You couldn't fucking read.
Okay.
No, but you could look at the picture of Jesus on the cross.
The only book you was allowed to when it was illegal for a slave to read.
No problem.
It was illegal to read.
They know about. They still carried around Bibles.
No, y'all be trying to sound right. So y'all say the fucking most cool shit to say, and it's bullshit. Y'all say the most.
They could carry around Bibles. They couldn't carry around other books.
Dude. If it's illegal to teach a slave how to read, how can the only thing they can read be the Bible?
Because they would say, "Hey, take this Bible."
No, they would read the Bible.
You don't think so? They would say, "Hey, nigga, take this Bible. This is white Jesus."
You know what's my problem? I try to argue down on individual things you say. Because what you just said is stupid.
it's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It is a fact.
Was it a fact that was illegal? Was it
that they gave them religion?
Take a breath, Kevin.
Way
before they gave them freedom.
Was it illegal?
Take a fucking breath.
If you were free, you're no longer a slave.
Kev, they gave them religion way before they gave them freedom.
Listen,
they taught
Jason,
them about the
hold on,
Bible
hold on,
before they taught them about anything else.
Hold on. The statement was, you are allowed to read. Shut the fuck up.
Does that change what I'm saying about white people being in control?
Please shut up.
What's your point? If let's assume your point is right, does that change the fact that white people are in control?
Please, listen. Let me.
So because they was read it and not allowed to read it, does that change the fact?
That changes what you said.
Does it change the fact?
You said something that was wrong. It was wrong. What you said was not wrong, and you agreed with something that was wrong. You said they were allowed to read, and they were not allowed to read.
Kev,
it was illegal. They were killed.
Hold on,
Frederick Douglass.
Kev.
Okay, Kevin.
I heard, and I read this somewhere, and this was
no.
Kev,
No.
I'm going.
I am trying to get a simple point across.
All right, but you want everybody to listen to you, but you don't want to listen.
You guys are saying things that are wrong.
I'm not saying
you
that.
Guys, you just agreed with something.
I'm making a new point.
No, say what you said is wrong.
But what I'm making a new point.
Say what you said
is not the same point. It's
wrong.
A different point. All right,
it's wrong.
But you don't know what I'm going to say. How you know it's wrong? But you don't even know what I'm going to say.
You guys are wrong.
I'm not wrong.
But you don't know what I'm going to say. How am I wrong?
It's literally wrong.
What am I wrong about?
You agree with the fact that he said.
No, I'm making a new statement. I'm just about to make a brand new statement.
Oh my God.
What I'm saying is, I read somewhere. I read somewhere about somebody saying that what they used to do when they, not that they couldn't read, they would have to learn to read, and what they would do is they would hide it inside the Bible. The things that they had, the things that they wanted to learn to read, because that's the only book they wasn't going to check. Because they gave you that book. Jesus. So that's the book they expected you to have. But if you don't feel that way, it's okay.
Bro, it was illegal for black people to be able to read.
No problem, Kevin. I rescind it. The only religion you was able to practice was Christianity. Is that better?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what the fuck I was talking about. No, it don't.
You can't tell a Christian. No, it don't. You can't tell a Christian Christianity don't got nothing to do with the Bible.
What I'm saying is that they controlled everything. They controlled everything. They controlled the media. They controlled what you was allowed to think.
You know what? I am gonna stop this here because there's no. We did good on the first one. We made a resolution. I understand common sense. No. We're gonna move past it. We're gonna move. Past it.
Y'all say a bunch of cool shit to sound cool, but it's factually wrong. And when I try to check y'all on the facts, y'all say more shit that is factually wrong. And I agree with him. It's factually wrong.
Regardless of if it's wrong or right, we're moving on.
It's wrong.
Okay. We're still moving on.
And when they argue, this and this and that, it's wrong.
We're still moving on.
What's the next question?
Moving on.
What's the next question, Jason?
I just don't want to fight anymore. I just don't. I just want to ask questions.
This is ridiculous.
I want to ask questions and zest.
This is ridiculous.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. You say things.
Moving on.
You say things that are.
I know.
They're right to defend a point that is wrong.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say this, Kev.
It's ridiculous.
Kev, I'm going to say this.
It's ridiculous.
And I need you to understand. I guarantee you that what I'm going to say, you're going to say it's stupid. But regardless of that, we're going to move on after I say this. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to say things that are wrong.
Hold on.
You're not allowed to say things that are factually wrong. You cannot say something that's a fact. If you say it's a fact and I tell you it's not a fact, it's not a fucking fact.
Hold on. Okay, I understand.
You can't put an opinion as a fact.
I understand you. And
slaves, it was illegal for slaves to be able to read.
Yes.
It was illegal. Therefore, they could not only read the Bible.
Yes. Listen.
They were read the Bible.
Jason,
all right.
Jason.
I've tried. Listen.
1 second. Besides money.
No. This is what we're gonna do. Okay. This is what we're gonna. This is what we're gonna do. I read it. Don't worry about it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna. We can't. I like when conversations can lead to some sort of resolution. We're not gonna get there with this just yet. I think it's sometimes important to marinate on the subject. And you might feel differently about this again. It's a topic we may revisit. I just don't think that there's going to be any resolution because there's some way, there's some misunderstanding here. There's some disconnect about the subject, whatever you're feeling.
Okay,
I don't want. We're done. We're killing it.
Address somebody in the comments.
We're killing it.
Pressure. Listen,
We're killing it.
Let me
we are stopping
address
it.
somebody in the comments. Let me. First of all,
just do that.
Hold on.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Hold on. For one.
Move on.
For one, everybody's saying I need to calm down. This is how I am every fucking episode. So y'all need to calm the fuck down. Second of all, what I was arguing was the fact that they said the only book they knew how to read. If it's illegal to read and you can't read, you cannot read any book.
Hold on. You quoted me incorrectly.
Hold on. Let me talk to the person, right? Yes, I knew they were taught and they were read too. Yes, they were taught a lot of bullshit. Yes, they were given a slave mentality that's still in us to this day. I am fully aware of that. But when somebody says they knew how to read, and if they were found that they knew how to read, they were lynched. They were literally killed. If they were found out to know how to read. So how could you be allowed to read only one book?
How can I not be allowed to read the next question? Let a nigga read. Let me be free.
Of course it happened. Frederick Douglass taught himself how to read.
I just want to read.
And became a free man.
Next question.
Of course it happened. But it was still illegal. I'm not saying.
The next question?
I'm not saying
I want to read it.
Happened, but he said that was they were allowed to do something that they were not allowed to do.
You're oppressing me.
Go ahead.
I just want to read.
Go ahead.
Free yourself.
That's just the second question. Oh, it's gonna be a fun night. Okay, besides money, what should your ideal woman bring to the table, and what do you bring? Besides money. So I'm guessing that was directed to you, Danny.
Fuck out of here.
So besides money, what should an ideal woman bring to the table?
I feel like we had this conversation already.
We might have, but someone asked the question, and it's all fair to answer them. It's all right, man.
I'm good. Yeah,
I know you are.
I'm good. Yeah,
I know you are.
You're acting like listen. If you talk about a sensitive or passionate topic, I'm a passionate motherfucker.
Be passionate.
I'm always passionate.
Of course you are.
Right?
Yes.
The fuck?
Exactly.
Shit.
Wow.
The mother gun. The fuck?
Passionate motherfucker.
You want me to fucking be pussy, dick, and balls all day long? What the fuck? I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to them.
I was with the pussy part, but the dick and balls, I don't want that. But yeah, this is a question. People ask, and people ask these questions because they want to answer. Maybe we didn't clarify it the way that person could understand.
What is the question?
Okay, the question is, besides money, what should your ideal woman bring to the table, and what do you bring? Now, it'd be good if you could just simplify it and we could just move on to the next question. Danny? Danny?
I'm trying to think what's the difference between what they should bring and
I don't know.
between the men and the women and blah blah blah.
You should I don't know. That's like I don't it says besides money. And I don't look at
besides money and sex.
But that's what says money. I don't know why. I've never looked to a woman to provide me money, so I wouldn't have had that on the list.
I think that's why money was excluded, and I think, in other conversations, women bring up money as if it's, well, I bring money to the table, when in reality you don't, because typically you're not expected to spend your money. You know what I mean? But then people, well, I spend my money, and we do half and half, and blah 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 blah. But the abstract answers that you can't really measure, stuff like loyalty, companionship, friendship, a helpmate, etc. More specifically, I would say to be, if she's able to inspire you to be a better man, or if she's able to inspire you to motivate yourself to be better.
Do you think you articulated enough so we would stop getting asked that question? I'm gonna ask it. You send me.
I don't know.
I think we went in depth about this shit in other episodes. I really do.
Yeah, I think the confusion comes.
But when I saw it said, except for money, for some reason I just said that.
That was for me.
Questions for Danny.
But Daniel, I think Daniel is. That would be, what does he have to offer? Not the woman, because Daniel never expects the woman to pay for shit. Daniel whole thing. Daniel.
I don't get the money statement about the question. I don't.
But Daniel. But
you know what? You don't
the money statement about the question, I didn't get that. Like I said, I just think that's probably for you.
Yeah, it probably was because of my thing about when we was, yeah, I remember us talking about something similar. I'm just saying, like, a woman typically bringing money to the table isn't something that a guy.
You know, I'm gonna do this for all the people that said I got a fucking attitude.
If a guy has his shit together, he's not going to care about the money a woman brings to the table, in general. You know what I mean? And a girl could be rich, but if she's not fun to be around, if she doesn't make you feel good emotionally, if she's not able to comfort you when you're stressed from the day, if she robs you from the feeling, like the girl who talked about how her husband has to fight every day because he likes to fight.
Who said that?
Beige and Didi.
Your man was she serious or was that?
I think she was dead serious, man.
Like actually, like go out and fight niggas?
No, she was like, she gives him a hard time. Like, she likes to show him that, she's not easily.
Oh, so she's just constantly testing him.
Right.
Okay.
That's not fun. You understand
it's
what I'm
not
saying?
fun.
You can test a man to see if he's the one for you, but for him to have to constantly be tested during the relationship after you already decided.
Do you feel that is a
that's not a strong woman.
Do you feel that is a tactic that some women use or the majority?
That's a really good question. When I was younger, I would have thought it was the majority, but I know better now. I know that it's not. Like, the Coming to America was a good example with the hairstylist. You know what I mean? She didn't bring money to the table. She inspired him and motivated him to be a better man.
He didn't exactly bring money to the table either. That was
true.
He wasn't Prince yet.
True, but I'm just saying he didn't find value in her because she was a successful hair person. That's not what he liked about her. You understand what I'm saying? Tiana Taylor's character had resources and wealth. You know what I mean? And she brought that to the table. But that wasn't what that wasn't the end all be all. Like, that's not something that matters at the end of the day for most guys when they're picking a girl if he has his shit together. A guy who doesn't have his shit together, then, how much money she makes and all that other stuff matters.
You think so?
Kev, let me ask you a question.
Yo.
How can you clarify this? Because you said this is a question that's being asked because maybe we didn't eloquently explain it. Okay. How would you explain it to someone so they would never ask you this question again?
For one, I don't think you can't ask me what my ideal situation is and then tell me to exclude something. I think that's unfair. I think that's, if it's my ideal, anything should be ideal. And yes, the woman's financial security or insecurity does play a role, because if she's financially insecure, a man who is,
but they said besides money.
No, so. but this is what I'm telling you. And the person who asked the question, you can't ask me my ideal anything and then put a stipulation on it, because if it's a stipulation, it's not ideal. Okay? So I'm going to put the financial thing in there. Yes, if she is financially independent, it makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, I'm not saying that's the case, but there could be a guy who has a lot of money and maybe he doesn't know why this woman is with him, and maybe and sometimes this is the case, she can't afford the shit on her own. All right. So in the back of his head, is she with me because she wants to, or is she with me because of necessity? Now, if she's financially independent,
DJ M6, thank you for the follow.
And she has her own shit, but she still lets this guy be the man. She still lets him wear the pants. She still lets him do all of the other things.
What does that mean by letting him be the man?
Let him lead.
And what are the indicators, or what do you mean by letting them lead?
If for any major decision, she comes with him first when she doesn't have to. Baby, I'm about to buy some furniture for the house, and she can buy it, but he doesn't just come home with a whole living room set. You know what I'm saying? Or a bedroom set, or anything, or a fridge. Even though she can buy it, he says, babe, I wanna do some renovations. What's your opinion on this? You know what I'm saying? That's, for me, that's an ideal relationship. Not, babe, I want a new couch. Where's your credit card? No, babe, I'm gonna buy a new couch. What do you think about this?
I would like to say that I agree with you on that point of, I'm just saying, I got you, man. I would like to say I agree with you on that point, because my ideal situation, if you ain't bringing money to the table and all you coming with is this pussy, that's not good for me. It doesn't work.
But how about this, Jason? If she's not just coming to you with pussy, she's
Oh, no, I'm saying you can come out of stuff. You can maybe
no, because if of course,
if you broke, but you can really cook.
Money and pussy are two things that don't ultimately matter. You would fuck a girl with money or pussy, but you're not going to marry a girl because of money and pussy.
No.
Good pussy is cheap and easy to fucking find. Contrary to popular belief.
You telling me?
Huh?
Good pussy is easy to find.
Yes.
Good pussy is easy to find. In your lifetime,
That
What
also
is your
depends on your definition of good pussy.
Exactly.
in your lifetime, you've had good pussy many times. In your lifetime, you haven't met good women many times. In your lifetime, you didn't meet.
You know why? You know why we usually fuck this up? Because at one thing when we never really say fuck good pussy is. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. If that's a factor, what is
subjective.
good pussy?
So I just want to say, right? I think I got this front. Yeah, my frown face. Sorry. I just want to say, for me, the good woman makes the good pussy, because if you're not a good pussy.
She's more than just her vagina,
I
Kevin.
knew a shitty girl with some good pussy, son. So I don't agree with you on that. It's not always attached to a good woman. Sometimes it is attached to the devil.
All right, so would you guys agree pussy gets better over time?
I think that's the hope.
The
I
woman,
think it
the
can
pussy.
be. I think some pussy stays the same.
The pussy got potential.
There's some people who stay the same, and there's some people who grow.
Would you say the greatest experience you had with somebody sexually, it wasn't the first time? Would you say that? It became better over time, the good ones?
No.
So you said the first time was it?
I've had scenarios where the first time we had sex was the best sex that we've had.
And you never replicated that?
I don't know. You know, when especially when
same
you talk
person,
about
or-
relationships, you rarely hear people say that the sex has gotten better. You hear them complain more and more about sex as time goes on. But
I think that's a reflection of the quality of the relationship.
yes.
So you agree with me?
I agree with pieces of what you're saying.
Oh shit. So when it helps your narrative, it's pieces. But when I said it, because what I said was
gonna do this.
What I said. You see the
I
trap.
rebuke thee, Satan.
You see the trap. What I originally said was, I feel like the good woman makes the pussy better. And
No, I agree that good sex is a reflection of a good connection, typically. But there's always exceptions to that rule, where you can have really, really good sex with a person that you're not very familiar with, or that you don't have a lot of emotional investment in.
Okay.
There are a lot of people.
We do agree that's not a deal breaker either way.
What's not a deal breaker?
The pussy.
No, to me, when choosing a partner,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
pussy is not one of the top 5 things.
about. No, it's not.
That's what I'm saying, and we agree on that.
Yeah, we do.
So when somebody says I come with good pussy,
I counted pussy
to
was
me
number
that's a
3.
red flag that you ain't got shit.
Daddy, I just counted pussy was number 3.
I feel you, and you're entitled to think differently than us. But when somebody comes to the table saying, "Well, I got really good pussy," that's what I bring to the table. I'm not interested, because after I bust, there's other shit to fucking do.
Facts.
Like play NBA 2K. Wow.
Can you help me stay on task? Can you motivate me to be more than I thought I can be?
I think.
Can you comfort me when I had a bad day? Can you,
Can you take care of me if I go completely bankrupt?
Can you make roti?
Right. Can we? You're right. You know what I'm saying? Can we do something?
Can
we
make
have a
doubles?
hot dog stand together because I the Corona came and I'm out of a fucking job.
Can we sleep on a futon?
Right.
And watch a fucking 27-inch with bootleg cable from the neighbor.
Right, because you don't want the same way, like, when women don't want to be valued solely on their body, men don't want to be valued solely on what they can do for you.
No, that's a big
You
fact.
understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying that you got to be with a bum because of what I'm saying. I'm saying the same way you want to know that a guy is going to still be with you while you go through certain changes.
Yeah.
A guy wants to know that you're going to be with him
regardless
while
of
he
what.
goes through certain changes.
Regardless of what.
Now, his mentality might not change. He might always be a hustler. He might always, when I say hustler, means someone who goes after the dream, who doesn't give up, and somebody who's always constantly trying to do better and get better, or to grow their bank account and their,
I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
And you guys can both answer it. Remember the honeymooners?
Mm-hmm.
What was our generation's equivalent of the honeymooners?
You mean as far as
TV,
seeing their relationship?
Our generation?
I would say Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, definitely.
Absolutely not. It was Martin and Gina. Martin and Gina was the honeymooners for our generation.
Explain.
I
Elaborate.
don't understand the context of what the honeymooners mean then.
Because
if you're just talking about a married couple
no,
that love each other,
no.
then I would have. That's why.
Okay.
Martin and Gina is a lot more toxic than Bill. And if you're talking about
the honeymooners, okay, the
they
honeymooners.
had toxic aspects.
Listen, the honeymooners, right?
Uh-huh.
The honeymooners. Ralph Cramden, he was always trying to do schemes and things to level up,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times they didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like Martin was,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But he his wife, I forget, Alice, I believe.
Yes, what is it?
His wife stuck with him, but will always give him.
She had no rights. She had no choice.
Okay. She would always give him a little bit of.
That nigga was always starting.
Some sass.
He was always trying to hit her too. He's like,
right.
one of these days, Alice.
And then he had his friend. The only difference is Martin had two friends, right? Martin had Cole and Martin had Tommy.
Right.
Right? But the honeymooners, it wasn't Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby and Claire Huxtable, they had the perfect relationship. They never went through it was always about them and the kids. It was never about the marriage. We never watched them and be like, oh, something's going on in the relationship. It was always the relationship between them and the kids.
What are you talking about?
The Cosby Show. I watched a lot of TV. I watched a lot.
Say that whole thing again.
Huh?
Say the whole thing again.
The honeymooners. Our generation.
Well, the honeymooners didn't have kids.
No, they didn't. Neither did Martin and Gina.
Okay.
You guys said the Cosby Show. I adamantly disagree. It wasn't the Cosby
Well,
Show.
you knew the context that you meant when you asked the question.
When
you asked the question about the honeymooners, because I don't know. Well, right. So when you say the honeymooners, I'm not going to compare it to what's the one with the girl singing on the piano at the beginning of the show. What's his name?
That's that All in the Family.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that or Leave It to Beaver. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know if you guys watched that or Donna Reed.
But I do see
Lucy.
your connection with the
the connection you made with the honeymooners and Martin, I can't argue with that.
Didn't see it at first.
But when you asked the question originally, when you said the honeymooners, I just figured love. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, but the honeymooners, it was at the core.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the relationship between them. It was also about Ralph Cramden always trying a scheme to get rich or do better. Remember, he was lower
thing.
He was
absolutely.
He was lower. He was lower middle class, and he was always trying to do things to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he would, take the right amount of money, but at the end of the day, his wife was always there for him.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
but he was also threatening to hit her a lot.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he
Did he ever hit her?
I mean, he was always threatening her. You,
That was a
I'm
punch.
just saying.
That was like a punchline.
Ain't nothing funny about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's
But,
like,
Because
bitch,
if I said
nigga,
a
Alice,
punchline
bitch.
that's inappropriate,
but
right.
what does that have to do with
one of these
anything?
days, you gonna get one of these motherfuckers.
What does that have to do with?
I'm just saying, as you used to say that shit.
But
How about you answer the next question? I just got.
I don't.
I just got.
No, because what I was trying to get at was
Where was you going? Yeah, where were you going?
Well, what I was trying to get at before y'all throw this shit somewhere else was
That's what we doing this
the ride or die aspect. Alice was Ralph's ride or die.
I don't know if she was necessarily a ride or die for
Lucy was Ricky's ride or die. I mean, that's the dynamics of relationships.
No,
back then.
Ricky was Lucy's ride or die.
Yeah, Lucy was the alpha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ricky was not an alpha.
Either way you said it, I mean, they was married in real life. So, who knows?
That doesn't negate the strong possibility, at least what was portrayed in public.
But yeah, but the what I was saying was that relationship, that ride or die relationship. That's essentially what a man wants. A man wants somebody that, I fall flat on my face, and you may give me some pushback, but you're gonna beat it.
And before the triggered and damage.
I think for what we talked about,
one second.
want support.
And before the triggered and damage, try to throw something in there. Ride or die doesn't mean that we want you to stick around for abuse.
Exactly.
Right?
Y'all brought that abuse shit
No,
up.
man, because that's what he said.
I'm just making it clear because somebody from the fucking peanut gallery is going to say some dumb shit.
But my
about-
thing I wasn't even thinking on those.
Where are we writing to and why do we have to die?
I wasn't even thinking on those low vibrations. I wasn't thinking nothing about that. I wasn't thinking nothing about that. You guys.
That's why I fuck with you.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking on nothing about those low vibrations. I was just saying that, that essentially for the
Would
person.
you leave your wife if she got fat?
No.
She's 400 pounds.
How fat are we talking about?
And she doesn't want to go to the gym. You're staying with her.
400 pounds.
400 pounds?
400 pounds and she does not want to go to the gym and she doesn't want to diet.
Wait.
Of course I'm gonna leave her. Every
How
time
did-
I leave the house,
how did she-
I'm gonna leave her. She can't come with me, nigga.
Hold on.
Fuck you, man. She can't get in my car.
Oh my gosh.
How
You're
did
such an idiot.
So she tried. So one day she I woke up and she was 400 pounds.
I love that answer. I love it. And so while she's growing, she's 180, she's 200, she's 250. She doesn't want to,
What?
eat more vegetables. She doesn't want to juice once in a while. She doesn't want to go for a walk. She doesn't want to come with you to the gym. She doesn't want to do the katas. She doesn't want to do yoga. She wants to eat Popeyes and roti all fucking day. And
Was
she
she
wants
eating
you to
Popeyes and roti?
I wouldn't
Yes.
be with nobody.
She making you go to Popeyes and Ellie's?
If she changed,
this
if
shit
she
gotta
evo-
go.
If she evolved into that type of woman, would you stay?
Bro,
I wouldn't be with that type of person that's not on the list.
Nah.
bro, I wouldn't be with a person who's even capable of doing that.
Okay, so you wouldn't be with a woman if she gained that much weight.
And she ain't had no kids?
If she became if she had kids, she's allowed to be 400
You
pounds.
could get a little weight if you got kids, but if you ain't got
What's
no
a little
kids
weight?
and you
250?
400 pounds,
What's a little weight?
a
250.
little bit of belly, for me to bite, not much.
What's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
metrics?
I don't know.
What's
I
the
can't tell
fucking
you.
number?
I can't tell you in weight. I only know if you asking me in weed, I can tell you in weight. I can't tell you in weight. Looking at a woman, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know
She
what a
has to
size
lift up her
10
belly
means,
to see
nigga.
her vagina.
Why'd you ask me that, Daniel?
I'm just curious. I wouldn't.
I would
That's
not.
easy to say. That's not the scenario.
What are you talking about? The scenario.
That's not the scenario that I gave.
Listen, if I
Nobody wants to be. Nobody's gonna. None of
Daniel.
us, at least, is not gonna walk up and say,
Daniel.
"Ooh, you're fat. I like that."
Daniel, if I allowed my woman to
Again,
become
she was
400,
resistant. She was resistant.
if I allowed,
How are you gonna stop
You
her?
can't
if she
allow a
doesn't-
nigga that's. Have you ever heard of Uber Eats? You can't stop her.
Kevin, I understand what you're saying, and I'm saying that what your efforts didn't work. Your so-called allowed was met with resistance, and she wanted to do what she wanted to do and eat what she wanted to eat.
I would.
Then what?
I probably wouldn't be attracted to her no more, and
Probably.
I probably, yes, probably.
Okay.
I probably would not be attracted to her anymore, and that would be it.
Okay.
But I don't see that as being realistic.
Of course.
Because why is 400 a magic number?
No. 400 is not. 400 is way past. the magic number.
400 is definitely you got because you
Jump on the scale.
You ever watch
372.
You ever watch my 600 pound
372.
life, Danny?
Good. No.
You ever seen that?
What?
My 600 pound life. You ever watch that?
Man, I always need to see one episode.
When they get to around like 400 is when they start to say, you know what? I stepped on the scale and it said 400 pounds, and that's when I realized that what happened, because they don't know when somebody gets to that point. They don't know, because usually it's the enablers. You know, I watch this because I know how to use this word. It's your enablers,
Right.
around you that are not telling
giving
you
3
that,
loaves of
right,
fucking
that
bread
are
and
just
4 chickens.
Which would be me. I would be the enabler. You know, I don't think that's a realistic thing
What?
for. I don't think that's a realistic thing for me.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, what the fuck?
It's like, I don't see that happening. I don't, shit. Ugh. Next.
yeah.
I'm not, for anybody that is 400 pounds,
I mean,
there's somebody that
Yo,
will
you don't have to like them. Just because they exist. Fuck that.
Hold on,
Fuck
Dan.
that.
Hold on, Daniel. For some,
I don't gotta like fat people
Hold
just
on.
because they fat.
Listen,
making a hate mail now.
There are guys.
I shouldn't have said
that
that.
will
There's gonna be a lot of hate DMs coming your way, Danny.
There are guys that will sop you up like a biscuit.
Absolutely.
All right? It's just in the reverse. There could be a guy that loves a big woman, and if she loses, she was 400.
She loses that guy, right?
And she goes down to 160. He might like, nah, I can't deal with that.
I can add one more thing to the list, Danny. You know what I want you to bring to the table? This weekend, I experienced something I never experienced before. Danny, you saw it too. I was talking to this chick, and we just talking, and she jumps on my back, and I'm just like, and I'm just walking with her on my back. So I'm fucking around with her. I'm like, yo, my turn. And she dead deadlifted me off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh God, I was in love.
Yeah.
It's like she picked me up, and she just like
Shout outs to the bartender.
She picked me up, she squatted me, everything. It's just like I was in love. I would leave my girl.
She was not 400 pounds either.
No, she was a little thing. And she was just strong as I don't know. I was very much in love. I'm just saying, if you are watching this, I will be in your DM later. Anyway, next question. It was just really amazing. Danny saw it. You just saw the look at my face, right? I was just like, I don't know what's going on.
I believed you.
But she picked me up. Okay, yeah. All right. All right. So, next question. That was only question number 3. We're making good time. I'm going to have enough questions for next time, which is good. All right. Okay, I think this is, I forgot the D. So, what realistic date ideas are inexpensive but fun? I'll answer that first, since I've mastered.
This is one of those times when I'm gonna wish that I got to answer before you, because yours is gonna be good.
Okay.
I know yours is gonna be good.
So no, I have an inexpensive date route. All right. First thing, always take them for Thai food, because they plate it really nice, so it looks expensive, but they don't know. Like, their plate is like $9.
What if they're allergic to peanuts?
Then don't get the pad Thai.
They cook peanuts. They have peanuts in the kitchen.
I mean, just get something else. All right, just figure out. I'm like, what is peanut free? Let me get whatever peanut free is on there.
If somebody had a death,
This is in Park Slope. There's enough little white kids with peanut allergies for them to not have peanut stuff on the menu.
That's a good one. That's
Okay.
a good way to put it. You're stupid.
Okay.
That was good.
I know what I'm doing here. It's just all thought out. Did that freeze?
That was a good wrench,
That
too.
froze. I think.
That was a
I
good
think our
wrench.
camera froze.
also because
Look at our camera froze.
Yeah,
Is
your
that-
camera did freeze.
Yeah.
The camera
Yeah.
is off.
Yeah.
It's on the back of the screen. There's something wrong with the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll fix it. So, I mean, they can still hear me. So, what I would do is, there's a place by Prospect Park what I would go to. It used to be called Dice Thai, and now it's called Coco Thai. Same spot, right? always would take them there for a first date. Then I would walk over to Prospect Park, which is right there, and then I take them for like a walk by the pond, or go to a little swing and just talk to them about. If you put a chick on a swing and you talk about her childhood, you will be in that swing for like 2 hours, and all I spent was about $30 and maybe the cost of an Uber. That's it. That would be my inexpensive date idea. Danny, go ahead.
You said dinner and a swing.
I'll go after Kevin. Mine is corny. What's your idea, Kevin?
Depends.
Kevin Crown.
When you say inexpensive, it's all relative.
Yes, it is.
What's inexpensive?
Inexpensive to someone who don't want to spend no money. That is what you should be going for.
So then let's just say less than $50 fucking dollars.
Right.
And call it a day.
That is a good way of putting it. Thank you, Danny. Less than $50 date. I like that.
Yeah, but it's all about your perspective.
Your perspective?
Your perspective. Your perspective. Because my perspective, time is money. I could spend $20, but if I spent 6 hours with you, 6 hours I could have been doing something, making money. Understand? So it's just not about spending actual cash. It's about the time that you spend. You could go somewhere and do 50-cent bowling. You know what I mean?
Where? I need to know that place.
No, they got bowling alleys. Just go on the off days.
I've already been to. I see Korean barbecue. I've never had Korean barbecue. Is that like a cheap date?
Yeah. Well, listen. I think the cheapest date. The cheapest date is just to go. Like if we live in New York, if I took trains. The cheapest date you could do
Great papayas.
The cheapest date you could do is walk over the Brooklyn Bridge and walk to maybe Times Square or 34th Street or any place and sit down and talk.
I like that one because she can't be fat if she's walking that.
Wrong. The cheapest date is Netflix and Uber Eats. Wrong. Go ahead, Dave.
That's not cheap. That's not cheaper. That's not
cheap, son. Netflix is $17 a month now if you want the.
Not if you use your account.
Somebody's paying for it. Somebody's paying for it.
Somebody ain't on this date, so it don't matter.
Somebody's paying for it. It's still being paid for. What the fuck was that?
But I don't know. Something fell.
Sound like an earthquake.
No, not yet.
Somebody not yet.
Danny, go ahead.
This guy's like the fucking blind kid from fucking Game of Thrones.
Oh shit! I don't have glasses on.
Not
why
yet.
I can't see.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. But it will happen.
Not yet.
Oh god.
Yo,
I'm gonna have to rewatch Game of Thrones. I miss it.
Just don't watch the last two episodes, and you good. Watch it. Yo, you know what? Game of Thrones is good up until right after the the big battle. Mm-hmm. I don't want to give away anything. Mm-hmm. That episode was pretty good.
Of the bastards?
We don't.
No.
We don't. No.
No, he's talking about the big battle from the last season.
Last season. Okay. We're not gonna give away anything.
Yeah.
After that, I'm good.
I agree with that.
After that episode,
listen, just cut it off at the red wedding and have me guessing. That's it.
Nah, there's too much in between the red.
Yo, who is this? Why are you doing that?
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay, great. Danny, your date ideas?
I've done the walking thing. I really yeah, definitely.
I mean, you gotta when you do the walking, because the walking be making them hungry and shit.
It depends on the season.
You gotta walk it off. That's where you gotta walk after.
It depends on the season. So for me, typically,
I'm full of shit because I wouldn't be taking the train or walking. I would drive.
I mean, you got just
No, however you got there
no.
doesn't
How
matter.
you? Maybe you
It's-
drove there, but you
Yeah.
still gotta walk.
Right.
Is a filler
I'm just
because you
not-
gotta walk and talk.
Like,
and
not a-
like Bryant Park has
Yo, I'm not a cheap dude, bro. So I wouldn't this whole cheap fucking budget date
So
bullshit.
now how am I supposed to answer the question?
No, I'm just saying.
Fuck
It's
you,
just
Kevin.
for me. It's like yo, what the fuck, bro?
Fuck you, Kevin.
Nah, dog. Like I'm not. I'm not
But
with
is
the
it
cheap
is
shit.
it fair to say that if
should
the
just
ex-
access our
if the
ideals,
ex-
Now, you
no
know
matter
what?
how
You
much
know
you
what?
spend,
You know what?
the experience that you provide is really what's going to be memorable, not how much the date
It
costs.
depends. It varies. It varies. Like you can
Y'all
get
wanna
real
hear my-
distracted over
you
an
wanna-
expensive date
you
and
wanna-
not get to know the
You
person.
want to hear my ideal date?
Go ahead.
That shit is expensive as fuck, bro. Daniel, go ahead. I mean, but then I'll give my ideal date because I don't want you to, So you can say ideal date. Then I'll give you
No, to me, I'm gonna purposely.
your cheap date.
I'm
This is your
purposely
cheap
gonna
date.
not
'Cause
do
you're cheap.
something crazy,
Right?
Because
You're
I don't want
cheap.
I don't want to be judged based on all of that. You know what I'm saying? The same way you don't want to be judged by whether or not your ass is fat and your titties is big, or how well you suck a dick. I don't want to be judged on how much money I spend on you on the first date.
Yeah.
I'm judging you based on how much fun I'm able to have without being distracted by anything else.
I'm judging you on how you suck a dick.
On the first date, I feel you. I feel you. Even though you said you don't sleep with a girl on the first date.
I'm just saying, you can suck my dick on the first date. That's not sleeping with you.
You know,
I'm wide awake when
I
you
like
doing that
to
shit.
I like to do stuff that facilitates
So then
a
you said
long conversation.
So then you're gonna be like, no, I don't want any pussy.
I'm not saying. I'm not.
Yeah, he did say that. That's what he was saying. He
I'm
said,
not saying
that's
I
not why we
wouldn't
took you
take
out."
it.
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
you
saying
said-
I would not
You said
take
you wouldn't
it.
see them again afterwards
It's just that
because
after,
they ruined the surprise for you.
It's just like I just was getting to. I was, I wouldn't be
So I want to hear Daniel's ideal cheap date.
right. Go ahead.
No, whatchamacallit? Bryant Park has a lot of good little food stands on the corner of 6th Avenue. You can get something sweet or something savory. During the wintertime, they have a whole bunch of food. Vendors on the side by 40, I want to say 40th Street or whatever. But, and to be able to sit in the park and talk. And for me, if the conversation is long, it's a good date.
There you go. So all right, I'm a spice up that question a little bit. What's your dream date, Jason?
Me?
Yeah, dream date.
It ended with sex.
It doesn't have to be. This is
Know me
the.
so well.
Yo, listen.
was talking about me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Know me so well.
This don't have to be.
It ended in a foursome.
This don't have to be. This don't have to be a first
Is it
date.
my birthday?
This don't have to be a first date. This is just
Right.
ideal.
I mean, if that was a
Go
first
ahead.
date, I'm
Go
mad.
ahead. Go ahead. Dream date. Go.
I was gonna say ends in a threesome, but when you said the foursome, I was
Yeah,
like,
but
I didn't think of that.
Y'all talking.
So yeah,
You
but
can
my
have-
my
you
my
think-
my,
honestly,
dream date, my dream. Hold on,
You can handle 3 girls.
no.
Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I've done. I could have had 3. I did 2
Yes or
because
no? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yes or no?
If somebody wants
you
to
like
give
to
me
find
the
out?
opportunity,
Daniel,
and then I
handle
can tell you the next
3
day.
girls? Daniel, yes?
Yes.
All right. Big Stallion Daniel. Daniel the Stallion. All right, your ideal date, go.
My ideal date
Yes.
is just someone just surprising me, just picking me up, and say, "Nigga, get dressed."
So you
know.
want to be the bitch for the date?
Yeah, I
but you
want
wanna
to
do
be.
all the
I
work
want to
when
be a
you
bad
fuck.
bitch for the day. That's all. Just for the day.
Okay.
I just want to be a bad bitch.
right.
I want you to pick me up. I want you to drive.
You want her to pick you up and want her to pick you up.
And if she could pick me up like the bartender from this weekend, that'd be a plus. But I don't want to have to think about shit. I don't want to. I want you to say, "No, baby, I got it. It's just on you." Shit, you could take me to Macy's first, buy me a short set before we even go out. Say, "I got you." All that shit. This is all fantasy because this has never happened before. But it's that I got to think of what the perfect thing is, and just someone who just said, "This is This is your day. I'm catering to you. And what do you want within reason?" You can have, and
It's
I will do my best.
fucking dream date. Fuck it. It's nothing within reason.
Fuck it, what if, in the
Reach for the
reason,
fucking
if you
stars.
want a 5-some, you get a 5-some. That's what you asked for. Whatever I want is going to be what I get. That would be my ideal date / fantasy.
All right, so let me get.
If anybody wants to make it happen,
This is my shit right here, right?
What, a 5-some?
5-some. I'm not doing a 5-some. That's just too much. I'll try a 3.
All right, let's this is let me paint a picture for you, homeboy. All right, so this is how my fantasy perfect date situation would go. All right, it would go something like this. All right, be like, yo, babe.
Wait, before I read you, can I read this Lynx before it goes away?
This Lynx?
Can I read Lynx's response? So
Why?
I just want to because
Why is he not here?
I know he's not here. I'm not asking Lynx to come in.
So you shutting down somebody in the studio to read somebody comment who's not in the studio?
I just want to read it before you give a response.
Read it.
Of about is this a cheap date before you go into the fantasy date.
Read it.
This is okay. Walk on the bridge, grab some food in Chinatown, walk uptown on the way while talking to you, and some places to what? You see some places to spot in? Did you say that right? To spot in? I don't think
you wanted to read that shit?
Yeah, museum,
You
art
see?
gallery, etc. I just wanted to read it
You
because
see?
it was there.
You happy?
But yeah, there was just too many typos, and it made me sound dumb.
All right. So now, so let me get back to what I'm saying, right? So first of all, it's gonna go like this. Babe, go to the airport. All right. Go to the airport. Right. Matter of fact, I'm sending a car for you. All right.
Now she's telling you this.
No, I'm telling her this. Go to the airport. I'm sending a car for you. I took care of everything. Just go. Right? Leave your car where it is. Just go. When I get there, you're going to meet me. We're going to have a private jet. So we don't got to deal with nobody else on the plane. It's a private jet. It's going to take us to somewhere in the Caribbean. Somewhere in the Caribbean. Because I need to be in that Caribbean. We're going to go to the Caribbean.
I thought this was about what date I would want. Like you. I didn't think this was a date that I would do. I thought that's where how he was asking me the question.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I see what he's doing.
But now I look like a selfish asshole.
Yeah, you look like a real
Thank you,
cunt.
Kevin. Continue with your story.
A real cunt.
A little fucking cunt. I'm gonna go read Link's statement again.
I made you. I made you look like a selfish asshole.
We'll read Link's
so
statement
when we said
again.
when we said
Typos and all. I'm reading that shit.
Hold on. When we said cheap date, you said I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this for the girl. When I said expensive ideal date, you automatically thought it was for you.
It's not.
It was the exact same scenario. It was just you. Now there's no price limit. It's the most you could go out the box. You chose, not me.
I just wanted to talk about what I would want.
No,
I mean,
right. So it's not me, bro.
just-
That's not me. Can I finish?
kind of was gonna think about myself for a second.
Yeah, but that's.
I mean, I want that too.
that was not me.
Don't worry,
But-
Jason. March 15th is coming up.
Yeah.
You know it's March 15th, right?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure I'm gonna like it the way you're saying it with the smile on your face. I'm sure I'm gonna like it.
Steak and BJ Day.
Steak and PJ Day.
That's the man's Valentine's Day.
I don't eat steak, but I do love a good BJ. Can we have lobster in BJ Day? That would be awesome.
Put it out there.
I'm gonna make it happen. Normalize that. Go ahead, Kevin.
You guys done talking about? March 15th is actually the morning show anniversary. Actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay.
but whatever.
Okay. No BJs. Okay. No. Sorry. Go ahead.
So y'all took me on my zone with that shit.
Was it the steak or the BJs?
I don't know. But like I was saying, so we're gonna get on a private jet. We're gonna go to the beach, right? Take us to a beach. We're gonna get on a yacht. Now this is not one of those cheap little bullshit yachts. This is a yacht that you could live on, right? So we go on a yacht. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna work out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna like squat 350 pounds, but we're gonna do a little workout.
What if she just got her hair done?
She's gonna get her hair done after.
Okay.
Cause after we work out.
After the date, she's gonna need a hair.
No. After we work out, well, we gonna get a little sweaty, just a little bit, not dripping sweat, just enough for us to smell each other's pheromones, right? We gonna do a couples massage. During that couples massage in the spa, they're gonna do her hair, right? Then we gonna get a private chef to cook her and my favorite meal. And what's going to be playing in the background is going to be a mixtape that I made of all the songs that I think applies to me and her situation. After that, we're going to go into the room and we're going to have the most fantastic, amazing love-making session.
Love making.
Yeah, we can make love. Then we gonna fuck. After that, we're gonna have a good night. We're gonna wake up. Oh. Yo, bro, that.
I just wanted to set the
Yeah,
mood.
but I hate that shit, bro.
You don't like that?
I hate.
Some Sade.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound good, though.
Just want to dim the lights a little bit and then.
Okay. Well, I'm done. You lit.
You don't like the
sorry,
quality? You'd have been
I don't.
better off
I
if
got
he had
some.
it set up for it to be
It just doesn't sound good.
straight into the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Yeah.
Sade's always sounds good.
I know he's trying to do, but it doesn't sound good.
I think the point was made. Thank
Okay.
you.
Is that something that he has to set up, or is it something that you could?
I can do it right here. I just didn't set up that scene.
He can't do it. It's not set up. The easiest thing.
That's a scene. But so for the record, since we're still in the first season, Jason, I think you should set it up so that if something does come up where we're like, "Yo, let's play the clip so that we can watch it and talk about it," that it's already set up instead of needing to know about it.
I am setting up something that I am going to attempt to do on Wednesday's show.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about what it is, but I am
Not the split again, right?
no. It's not. It's not anything like that. But it's something that if I finagle it right, it's gonna be something that's interactive. With the Twitch.
We're gonna play Call of Duty.
No, not like that. That's it's the other guy who's not here. He does that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it out for Wednesday. I wanted to try it today, but I didn't have enough time, and I just didn't want to test it out without working on it first. But I'm going to do it on Wednesday, so you guys make sure you're on the show on Wednesday. Wednesday's Hump Day, from 9 to 12 a.m. We try for that time period, but I'm going to do it on Wednesday, so be here and you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's goes into everything that I've been doing. As you see, I worked on a whole new layout. I did not get much sleep because once I start something, I'm so focused on it, and then I gotta just finish it and add little touches. So I did all this last night. You okay, Dan? You sure you don't want this water?
I need the.
Okay. It just is right outside this door. You'll see it right there. And so yeah. You guys, let me know how you guys are liking the new layout,
Fanta.
and everything.
Told you about that Fanta, bro.
Because I'm an artist and I'm very sensitive about. Yes, that's the water. Artist, and I'm very sensitive about my work.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you order those links I sent you? Any of them?
To who?
I sent you links. Did you
Yeah,
order any of them?
they're already in play. You know I don't play. I'm not a skylarker. I don't skylark.
And I'm Skylark, and this Maracan.
I'm not a skylarker, bro. I pull triggers, bro.
I'm a shooter.
I'm definitely a shooter.
Pew pew pew.
I pull triggers, bro. Yo, man.
Almost died.
You know what's crazy? We got 6 minutes left.
Yeah. And we got through. I had 10 questions today that was left over. We got through 4 of them, which is very good. There was a little tension somewhere in between there, but we got through it. Right? I don't really think we should go into another question. I think we should save it there, and you're going to finish it with your thought about what you were just saying.
About what?
I don't know. What's your thought?
About what?
I don't know. You were just saying a thought, and I interrupted you, and then threw you off.
It's done. You was playing You was playing your music.
The mood music.
Yeah,
I'm gonna set it up so it can be done.
The way you would want to do that, you see all this DJ equipment and that laptop right there. If you wanted to pull up a song and just play it, you would just ding, and we could just literally just press play. That's why this is here. If you wanted to do music instead of taking your phone and just putting it up to the microphone, that has a noise gate on it. that's gonna distort the music.
Duly noted. I learned a lot today. I learned that common sense really isn't that common.
He's a good rapper,
Yes,
but other than
but
that,
he doesn't make much sense. Makes dollars, don't make sense. Again, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of The Cave Show. I do appreciate it. Take time to see see all the advertisements over there. Take time to go to thecaveshow.com. I have a lot of good merch out there. I'm going to work on putting some more stuff on there soon. But take a look at what's there. Yours truly was the first person to subscribe today to bring my subscriber points over to where I need them to be. So as promised, once that new slot opens up, I'm not too sure when it's going to open up. I'll check later on. And if it does, I'm going to give you the personal emote that you want. You're going to have it for a whole month, 30 days. So you let me know what you want on it. Just hit me up in the DM on Instagram. And then we'll discuss that. And that is my final thought. Kevin.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, big up yourself. Daddy.
if you're late to a date, I'm not dating you again. That's for the comments.
Really? How late?
I think-
How late is late? Because black
You could
people
be-
time
so
or
for
like
me, for me it's more about like if we say we're gonna meet at 8:00 and you tell me at 8:15 I'm running late, fuck you. Because you know at 7:45 you're running late.
so you say 8:00, she gets there 8:30. That's it for you.
It depends. If she told me at 7:30 I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be late.
Do you take where she came from into account?
No, because she fucking knew where she was coming from. She was supposed to take it into account and leave an hour early so that she could get there on time.
Daniel, have you been in a date where she was late before?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm just asking.
I just, it depends on how
To
late
me,
you are.
somebody being late to the date is one of the biggest forms of disrespect that can happen. And then explaining that you're late after you're already late just adds to the shit that you're full of. And then they try to come up with really good ones. Like, it doesn't. So there's a way to be late where it's not disrespectful.
I don't mind.
That's not the most disrespectful thing.
I
It's
have
one of the most disrespectful.
Caribbean parents.
You know-
so
you
I
know-
used to
Can't
be
buy
late.
back time.
You know what's the most disrespectful thing? Where you say, okay, we're gonna meet up 8:00 Friday night to go to dinner, and then at 8:00 she says, I'm not gonna make it, I have an emergency. Then you look on her Instagram and she's at a party getting fucking bent over, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's the most disrespectful thing.
I feel you.
Yeah. That would be bad.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has that ever happened to you?
Me?
Yeah. Just want to know if you're speaking from experience or you just,
Come on, bro.
Don't know.
That's Kevin fucking Crown.
Come on.
Kevin Crown doesn't get sold.
Come on, bro.
You want that as a drop? You want that? Kevin Crown doesn't get sold.
We already know that.
I think that was a low key jab there.
Mighty J. Lou has been zoed many times.
That must have happened to Kevin. Yeah, man. Yeah, I must not know me, bro.
He's gonna get passionate about that.
I'm not-
I like your passion. Like
I'm not gonna get past that.
I'm gonna do a Kevin Crown impersonation. I do Danny impersonation. I'm gonna do a Kevin Crown impersonation. You be some random person. No, I'll ask Danny. Danny, you can still be Danny, and I'll be Kevin Crown. All right? How about that? Okay. Okay. Let me get into it. Yo,
What up?
what's your favorite color?
Well, my favorite color is black.
Black. That's a stupid color. Huh? How could it be black?
Because that's what I like.
Oh, come on.
Why?
Real niggas like navy blue.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I don't want to get kicked.
And scene. Good night, everybody. everybody.
You gotta add the get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
How can it be black? You're black. You're black. And scene. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday. Don't miss it. We out. Peace.